Investing in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, not fucking likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running shit right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains, I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a fucking name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not that vain, I just wanna be greatness. 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 Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself and my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me. Okay, I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto. Hits go, let me spend. Everything that you see is something I invent. And it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots. If I miss all, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. Bad energy is like a poison, needs some antiseptic. Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself and my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna take, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate, bitch, you can fucking fight me. Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself and my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me. Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less. Your check is I'm chess, what's happening next? Yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson. He got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place. I wanna be first, work till it hurts. Dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft. You can change lives, you create thoughts, never waste time. You got one shot, you got one life. Better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5, no mean boss. Just my life and free thoughts. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me.
Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less. You check as I'm chess, what's happening next? Yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson. He got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I leave an impression and take a redemption. Just kill no discretion. Your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me.
So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind, causing mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place, I wanna be first. Work till it hurts, dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off, I'ma break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft, you can change lives, you create thoughts. Never waste time, you got one shot, you got one life. Better pop off, what do you like? Make a dream job, no 9-5, no mean boss. Just my life and free thoughts.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me.
Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less. You check as I'm chess, what's happening next? Yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson. He got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I leave an impression and take a redemption. Just kill no discretion. Your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me.
So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind, causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place, I wanna be first. Work till it hurts, dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off, I'ma break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft, you can change lives, you create thoughts. Never waste time, you got one shot, you got one life. Better pop off, what do you like? Make a dream job, no 9-5, no mean boss. Just my life and free thoughts.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me.
Yes, people, welcome back to Chelsea Perspective. Welcome back to another transfer show on a Chelsea Perspective. More importantly, specifically, welcome back to the Blue Morning Show. Today, I know emotions are running high, so please appeal to everybody to tone down the language. I know we're all pissed, but the channel can get into trouble. We can still express how we feel without getting ourselves into trouble. So I want to say thank you to those already on the panel with me, the legendary IBZ, my brother, and also Louis Rivera, my brother, and my brother Ty Tuggs. Good morning, and good afternoon, and good evening to everyone in the chat already. I hope you're all doing well. Please accept whatever suits your time zone. Sit back, relax, and let's get into the show. Yes, before again, today's show is a mashup of a match review and also the transfer news. I forgot to say that during the intro. But more importantly, I think it's important that I look at those in the chat and say hello. I'm not going to try to read anything now. It's more like I'm seeing that whatever that's there, it's more like a conversation between those that are in the chat. I'm going to try to say hello to everybody and then come back to the panel so we can start with the show. And as you're coming in, please keep liking the video. I'd really appreciate that. That goes a long way for the channel. The more you like the video, the more people will be able to reach. I think today, let me see what we'll have there. Lam Lane, again, a big up to you, brother. Blue morning, good morning, panel chat. I hope you're doing well. Nice to see you. I'm still, so we're not, we all are. So just hello to Phantom. And then again, big up to Tobago CFC. Big up to, again, Abhinav. Nice to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. The legendary IBC, who's already on the panel here, was in the chat. Abhinav also spitting his frustration in the chat quite a lot. Again, within just a few minutes. Supreme Quads already there. Chelsea didn't draw to Spurs. Chelsea drew to England, to the FA, maybe, if you want to phrase it that way. Again, let me see. I'm going to scroll to the very bottom. Let's just get on with the show. Again, I know this, you vent quite a lot, and I'll try to get to as much as I can as the show progresses. Waldo, I hope you're doing well. Wally Waldo, I hope you're doing well. Nice to see you. Did I miss anybody here that I haven't said hello to? Gitonga David, nice to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. Again, I appreciate you finding time to join the show. And also we have Mutuku Frederick. Nice to see you, brother. And my brother CFC Fahim. I hope you're doing well, bro. If this didn't say go and subscribe to CFC Fahim YouTube channel, then I didn't get the programming right. But again, I'll keep trying. Maybe you help me get it completed. But that's, by the way, we'll talk about that later. Again, if you haven't, go check out CFC Fahim's YouTube channel and be sure to subscribe. Let him know I sent you. I programmed the robot to say that for me, but I didn't get it correctly. I didn't get it correct. Maybe Fahim will help me get it done in a bit. But more importantly, go check out his channel. Be sure to subscribe and let him know I sent you. I think he's approaching 10,000. We'll probably get there today. Yeah, that's how hard he's worked, and it's paying up for him. Tello, better not do this at the World Cup, because countries like Qatar and Argentina don't take cheating lightly. Again, I think the FA are protecting him because he reps England in the World Cup. So that's why they're not going to really investigate him. They have to save face. They don't want to do anything that will cost FIFA to withdraw him from the World Cup referees. But it can still be done. If FIFA look at what he's done, if it's that serious to them, they'd still pull him out of the World Cup. But we'll see what happens. Again, I'll just scroll to the very bottom. Kim So, how are you doing? Waldo, I'll say hello to you. Gabriel, how are you doing, brother? And what's this one here? Chelsea Fans Club, big up, nice to see you. And CFC Fahim is back. I'm going to come back to the panel, and I'll start with you, IBZ. Tell me again, please, I begged us all, let's tone down the language. I know we're pissed. We don't want to get the channel into trouble. IBZ, let me know what do you think about the game overall? We'll get into the officiating and we'll get into the player ratings and all that, but we'll take it one by one. So your thoughts, IBZ?
Let me come after. Someone go before me. Let me speak.
Okay, Ty, you want to start?
Yes, and I'll be the contrast to IBZ because I can already tell that he's not ready yet.
Oh yeah,
I'll be contrast.
and you can tell why.
Yeah, I'm more calm when it comes on to this because I choose to look at the positives from that game rather than looking at the negatives because there was a whole lot of negatives. But what I can look at is the fact that I saw the fight. I saw what I wanted to see from the team. And obviously, it took the team up to, I would say, 15 to 20 minutes to really grow into the game. Obviously, after they scored the goal, they started to move with fluidity. And I love the way they were moving the ball and those type of things. But the ironic part and something that was so convenient is that in the pre-game show, you mentioned two things, and I mentioned one thing as well. Reece James as the right centre-back. It worked in the offensive side because he scored a goal. He was creating as well, and he made a cross and everything. But there was an issue that led to the second goal that we conceded, and that is he wasn't in a position to really help. And Koulibaly was also on the right rather than the left. So there's a lot of mix-up in terms of it. But it was a very mad game. It was a very incredible atmosphere. It got heated, as I think everybody knows, and I was loving it. Everything about it was just joy and joy for me. The negatives would obviously still be there in terms of Anthony Taylor, but I'm used to it now. I'm used to Anthony Taylor robbing us against Spurs, robbing us against Man United and Arsenal. I'm used to it, but I can look at the positives and say that this is the performance that if they can build on this, can actually get them top four. And you never know if they can get other personals in, whether in the remaining part of this window, and then in January look to build on that. Maybe then they could actually challenge, not win, but challenge for the league. So I think in that sense, there are positives to be taken from it. And yes, the negatives and the negatives will unfortunately surpass the positives and the fact that we could have and we should have won the game. And for me, I can say that Tuchel tactically outclassed Conte. And you could see the fear in Conte at the end of the game because Tuchel had to say, look me in my eyes. And he couldn't. He was looking down. And, I don't want to become political, but, he's messing with a German. And, I'm not going to say much. I don't want to speak too much and then I put myself in problems. So German versus Italy. So it was mad. But yeah, I'm going to be contrast to I think IBZ because I could tell he's not ready yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm back now. I'm back now.
Okay, go ahead.
No. Okay, yeah. How big up everyone? How's it? Hope everyone's good.
Big up.
Brilliant football yesterday. Entertaining from the first minute to the last. I have no complaints in my opinion. Maybe because I had the expectation we were going to draw the game. Maybe I have no expectations, period, this season. But boy, Tuchel, I can't even. This is our manager, guys. This is our club. This is our Guardiola. This is the guy that's going to bring back our glory days. Yeah. It gave what it was supposed to give. A Sunday afternoon, London derby. It gave everything. Battle at the Bridge. It gave what it was supposed to give. I can't fault anything apart from obviously nothing. I can't fault any. What can I fault? Tuchel played the team that his strongest team he could play. He dealt with mistakes that could be dealt with. As soon as that first equaliser went in, we could argue the foul on Kai, but what's Jorginho doing in the box, dilly-dallying? You understand? So I'd rather not worry what's not in my control. I'd rather worry about what's in my control. So the two goals were in my control. Jorginho dilly-dallying in the box, having that ball come out for Højbjerg to slash it in. And the second goal, in which no one's marking the number 9, the most prolific number 9 on the whole pitch from both sides. No one's marking him for him to score the equaliser. So I can only moan and groan about those little things. Obviously, we'll get into the officiating like you just mentioned. But all in all, mate, 10 performances. And it's annoying that when we have these performances, we don't win games. But I believe that the squad will build on it and take it on. And if once we get players in to fill in those gaps in which we will clearly see that we were lacking in terms of the striking, you can tell that if you didn't have a finisher there, the game would have been buried. But it is what it is. Tuchel has to just deal the cards he's got in it, and he dealt it to the strongest. The team responded well. It's just unfortunate that we didn't come away with the 3 points. But all in all, coach, I had a brilliant game of footy to watch. It gave what it was supposed to give from both sides. I've got to say, this is why we pay money into this sport. This is why people pay tickets. You go out and watch entertainment. That gave you entertainment. Tuchel showed Conte the battle of the three at the back. I win it, yeah. And he outclassed him throughout the whole first half. I couldn't even believe Conte didn't have any minerals to go against this guy in terms of like tactical. But he was like Koulibaly in a pocket. Reece James is marking Son and Kane at the same time, moving from right wing back to centre back. Listen, it was absolutely on point. What do we do now? We move. I can't dwell on there. I have to move on to Leeds, and hopefully that we've got players in time coming in that could just finish the job. But yeah, brilliant performance yesterday, coach. Brilliant performance.
Here's the thing. I'm all for the performance. I think let's start with talking about the positives only. Then we'll go back to maybe the negatives. We have to talk about it. But I get what you're saying. Thomas Tuchel, for me overall yesterday, proved that he is a Chelsea through and through, a true Chelsea manager. That feistiness that I saw, that passion that I saw, I think it's something that I haven't seen in him before. And I enjoyed seeing that the most. But overall, again, it was a brilliant game to watch. Except when we start talking about the negatives, when we get there, I think we do need to talk about it. I know we have to move on, but we will talk about it again. Ty, thank you for starting on a positive note. Let's keep it positive right now. And if you're in the chat, let us know what are the positives that you observed from the game. Louis, your turn. The positives for you.
I mean, what can I say that hasn't already been said? I think yesterday was first match in a long time where I sat down and I said, if we play like this, I don't think there's any team that could beat us. Yesterday was literally a masterclass. It sucks that I had to end the way it ended, but yesterday, all throughout the pitch, I can't even fault Jorginho. I can't fault anybody. Kai missed a couple, but I mean, the guy was working yesterday too. Tuchel really showed me that. I mean, we ran such a great game against somebody in Conte who was our manager that won us the PL, and we made them look totally useless. Tottenham, a team that just scored 4, we made them look absolutely useless. There's no doubt in my mind that Conte couldn't look Tuchel in the eyes, because I mean, how do you, as a Spurs fan, look at that performance and say, "Yeah, we deserve the point"? The way we played yesterday, it made me so happy watching the game. And I know I was texting you through Twitter yesterday, and I was just going crazy in the house, man. It was such a amazing performance by us.
It was.
And it was. I mean, what more can I say? IBZ already said it. I mean, we played a great game, but yesterday was literally, I sat down and I after like 20 minutes after the game, I sat down and I said, who's gonna beat us if we play like this, day in day out, every Saturday? Who's gonna beat us? That's how much of a great game we played, and I think Tuchel, man, yesterday he showed that he was all about Chelsea, that he was our guy through and through. He wasn't afraid to show his passion throughout the match and then after the match, and then it didn't matter to him. He knew the lads played a great game, an amazing game. And I mean, what can you ask from the lads yesterday. More than what they did. I think they played a fantastic game. It just sucks the game went how it did. But as far as positives are concerned, I mean, listen, yesterday it literally made me happy to be a Chelsea fan yesterday and watch this game. I was so happy watching it, and I think the future is bright. What the change from center back to wing back for Reece James, master class. We went on to score a couple of minutes later. It was like night and day. It was like, man, and it was like watching a chess match yesterday that we absolutely dominated. So I mean I'm happy as a fan. I'm also disappointed as a fan. But listen,
We will get to the negatives in a
yeah,
bit.
for
Let's
sure,
let's just again, it's important in life, whatever situation you find yourself in.
for sure, for sure.
Look at the positives first, and you do better. Then look at the negatives and learn from it. But there's nothing to learn this time. There's something to questions. There are questions to be asked. But again, there's something IBZ talked that I really want to talk about. I think Thomas Tuchel. I think we have in him Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp, name the best Carlo Ancelotti, name the best managers in the world in one person. He's such a brilliant mind in terms of the way he approaches the game. He outwitted Antonio Conte, who is, by the way, very predictable as a manager. It is just three things for him. Let me just count them. It is power, pace, ego, and then pragmatism, because he's the most pragmatic, one of the most pragmatic managers you'd ever have. That is not progressive at all. It's about soaking up the pressure, hitting you on a counter, and again, but we really did deserve to win that game yesterday. When we know what happened, and we'll get to that in a bit. Deals. Today I didn't call you IBZ. Your thoughts, what are the positives for you? And if you're in the chat, do the same. Let me just quickly see how much I can catch up with. That's the queen of the house saying hi, Fahim. Just saying hello to Fahim. And this is my brother here, Lionel Joel. He says, let's go. But I'm sure IBZ disappointed you because you were thinking he was going to start ranting. But he did the opposite. He focused on the positives, and again, I don't blame him. Again, Quads is talking to Albion. Jorginho. Again, Jorginho thinks his Busquets. He's different from Busquets actually. He made a few mistakes, but after that, he grew into the game, and he was. You could say he wasn't that bad. He did actually better than I thought he'd do. Again, rather sign a trial. We get the transfers in a beat. Let me see what's here. It says, sorry, my screen is a bit slow. I'm not sure why. Ty is absolute spot on. The team looked amazing yesterday. It was delicious to watch. We were again. It's like it was predictable actually, because few days before the game, during the build-up show, we talked about how the bigger the occasion, the better that Chelsea would see, and it happened. We talked about how there's a chance, the first game of the season was just they're still recovering from, the drills they went through during the preseason, and it turns out that may well have been the case, but we didn't know. But it's easy to just jump to conclusions. Oh, we're going to finish 6th, 5th. Or whatever number that comes to mind, because we didn't play that well, during the first game of the season. But it's still a good start to the season. We'll see where we get. Let me see if there's anything else to address here. My grandma is better than Taylor. Okay, I see that. Let me see. There's nothing else. I'm just gonna scroll. I'm gonna take it one by one. Maybe, or the only time there's so much to read will be when we get to transfers. So Deals, you can come in now. Let us know the positives from the game for you.
Big up, everyone. Big up.
Big up to you too, brother. Thanks for finding the time to join.
I was there yesterday, live yesterday, as I was there from live, and I saw a domination. Yeah, we dominated them. Yeah, every area of the pitch, we dominated them. Yeah, from the get-go. Yeah, to the end. Yeah, anybody that says that we didn't dominate them, they're chatting shit. Okay, not my language. But here's the thing, right? People are forgetting Yeah, what we done to Tottenham last season, right? People are saying, "Oh, Conte's got his new players. He's got his new players. They're gonna dominate us." What? Dominate where? Okay, we dominated them. Okay, and they dare to say, yeah, and they think they can come to the bridge and dominate us, and they're having a laugh. Yeah, from first half. Yeah, from the first half. Yeah, I saw a defense that was on it. Yeah, a defense that ready to fight. Yeah, and that's the defense I want to see in every game. Yeah, because let me tell you one thing for sure: a lot of teams are gonna find it hard to break us down. Yeah, midfield, Jorginho could have been little bit better, but he gave him the fight. Kante, world class, world class. He's on his game yesterday. Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off, Dills. Sorry, massive apologies. So I wanted to add that in as a positive.
Yeah.
The only way we get results or we get performances like we did yesterday is by God we have a fit N'Golo Kante.
Yeah.
He is the key to how we played yesterday. But yeah, sorry, that was like I forgot to mention that, but you just sparked it in my head. But yeah, go on. Sorry, brother.
Yeah. And another thing as well, obviously Sterling was a false nine, and he's not a false nine. As people know, he's a winger. Once we get that striker, when position, it's going to be interesting times. Let Tuchel build, okay? This is his first summer of building. Last summer wasn't a summer of building. This summer is a build, and this is a revamp. It's interesting times, people. Yeah? We are coming. We are on a come up. People, be interesting times. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, thank you very much. That's again that energy. I really do like it. Rodrigo, your turn. The positives for you. Again, there's no boss to drive here, so you have to.
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm struggling to find where I can drive this panic bus because the game was unbelievable. I think we played so well. I was like, am I watching a different team? And people always come up with these snide comments about Tuchel ban or this nonsense about how Chelsea is purely a defensive team. When you watch the Chelsea team yesterday, this is why I believe we don't actually need a number 9. And number 9 wouldn't work. If yesterday we had a Lukaku in that team, we wouldn't play the way we did. You look at the position Sterling was picking, Mount was picking, Havertz was picking. The way Reece James and Loftus-Cheek were interchanging at times, it looks so good. We almost look like a Pep team, like a City before they got Haaland. How they were interchanging position, how they were retaining the ball. At the beginning of the game, obviously Jorginho started a bit slower, but I thought he grew into the game and he looks really good. Apart from the one little mistake, but he played really well. And obviously we're gonna touch on the negative, but overall, this was probably our best game since the Madrid game, because we know what happened after that, the thing surrounding our club. But it's been a long time coming that we played to this level.
That's a problem. We played well, but playing well also showed us Thomas Tuchel has a problem at hand. Even though Ruben Loftus-Cheek didn't score, Reece James cannot play that position better than him. Anybody want to argue that?
I think you're right. I think Reece James should just play as the right centre back in the hybrid role, right centre back, right back. Because that time yesterday we were playing the back four, and Reece James was playing as a right back at times, and then he can tuck it in and play as a right centre back. And I feel like if he plays that role, it can help him with his physicality, because when he plays a right wing back, he get injured a lot. I think if he can preserve himself more as a right-sided centre back.
Here's why it's a problem. Reece James isn't the best aerially. He gets confused whenever the ball is in the air, except if the ball is on the carpet, then he's fine. But once it's in the air, that's a problem. He ball watches. Even Thiago Silva ball watches, except if it's a corner kick for us, he can actually score from that. But when defending crosses, Again, I think he struggles a bit. He bought watches too, but that's by the way.
Yeah.
How do we solve this problem of having, Reece James? He played whenever he played closer to the final third. He can finish. He can score, get you goals. But Ruben Loftus-Cheek, in that position, we're more fluid in the attack, and he overloads the midfield for us. It's a problem. How do we really solve it?
We can't play this same formation against Leeds, though. If we play,
why do you say that?
If we play Leeds United, we'll need Reece James back to right wing back and put Aspie as a right centre back, because the way Leeds play is different to what Spurs play. Spurs were trying to match us man for man in the first half, and we were just running rings around them. But when we play against Leeds United away from home, you could see at times when Spurs tried it, a couple of times they had Sessegnon running in behind Loftus-Cheek. They were trying to target that area, but obviously because we had control of the ball, we killed them from allowing them to build up anything. But against Leeds United, I'll say we go back to our normal formation and maybe play Loftus-Cheek in midfield.
Let me ask you this, IBZ. Go ahead. You wanted to say something?
No, you can ask IBZ.
No, go ahead. Say what you want to say so you don't forget.
I actually already forgot. Let me also go on.
Okay, here's what I want to ask you, IBZ. Now, if what's his name? We eventually sign Fofana, he's going to take the right centre back position. Then we have Reece James and Ruben Loftus-Cheek for that right wing back position. Do you think that would be a problem, or do we still need to sign another right wing back position? Because I need Ruben Loftus-Cheek to be starting games. If he'd be executing that role, so brilliantly, like he did yesterday, like he did against Madrid, except for the part negative against Madrid was that he was found wanting when Vinny, ran down the flanks. He couldn't meet up with him. But I think also it comes down to inability of the 2-6s, to cover whenever he's up there. But do you think it's going to create a problem? Because how are we going to manage them too? Because Loftus-Cheek would want to be starting games too. It's a World Cup year.
He will, because by September we're not having no international break. Games are relentlessly, even for us viewers, we'll probably be a bit like, oh my God, is it already another game? Games are going to be relentlessly coming in before the World Cup, before November, innit? Relentless. There's no international break. There's no, they're breaking up for a week.
Yeah, there's one. IPC, there's one international break.
Where? When?
End of September.
September when? Are you sure? No, that's got to be playoffs. That's got to be for certain teams that have to play off or something. Or what have you. What's this for? My point is, the relentless September fixture is going to be relentless. In terms of fixtures are going to be played out and players are going to be needed. We don't even have enough yet. And this is one problem I had, or one disguise I had was that I don't want us to do overly so well that we have the mindset that we do not need reinforcements, because we will take away what is required of us to what we actually need. What yesterday was a requirement that needs to be done, whether or not we sign or we don't sign. Yeah, we needed to match. We needed to outplay Tottenham. We needed to get a result. Yeah, and we did that. Unfortunately, you could argue it didn't go our way, but it's notwithstanding that we need reinforcements. A striker is needed. I think that's evident. I don't think you need a dummies guy to let you know that what was missing from yesterday's game was a striker. And number 9 made the difference for Tottenham, who had nothing in that game but salvaged the point out of nothing. What would happen if we had a striker, an instinctive striker that knows how to score goals out of nothing? Probably would have won the game. But that's neither here nor there. So I do believe we need those reinforcements. Ruben Loftus-Cheek at right wing back is a thing. I had to argue with a friend, like, oh, why is he playing there? I was like, listen, relax. You don't know what's going on in Chelsea. Stick to United problems or Arsenal, wherever the hell you are. I said, listen, Reece James had a cameo appearance at right wing back last season. Thomas Tuchel was impressed. Now he's retraining him. He's now retraining him as a competent right wing back, as opposed to a centre mid or cam, where it's traditionally known. Now, in a situation where we find ourselves in, Thomas Tuchel is going to have to tinker around and move players around to see fit in what he done. Moving forward, I would like to see Reece James, Ruben Loftus-Cheek playing there, But at the same time, we will need to play players to their positions. Just because they had a very good performance, it doesn't mean that they may have that same performance moving on. So maybe putting back to his traditional centre mid role and bringing in a proper right wing back will be what will suffice better. But again, he played well yesterday. You could argue that in moving forward, he can come in that position. Obviously, with Fofana coming in, Fofana will automatically take where Reece James was sat, which was the right centre back. Obviously, Reece James will go back to his traditional right wing back. Obviously, you argue that maybe Ruben Loftus-Cheek can be competition for Reece James at that right wing back. But what do I know? I'm just saying that could be a thing. What I would want is an out and out right wing back coming in, so we play players to their positions instead of having hybrid makeshift positions. Because that would, in the long run, it may be our downfall. But yeah, all in all, yesterday again, I can't fault it. I can't fault anyone yesterday. Even Jorginho's mistakes. He made a mistake before he had a heavy touch. Harry Kane went through to the ball, passed it to Son. Reece James covered it. That was an early mistake I saw within 5 minutes of the game. It's whatever, but he grew into the game after. Obviously, he made his mistake after for the second goal. Obviously, he was subbed for that. But again, I can't fault yesterday's performances. Coach was absolutely brilliant. But in which I will hope that guys don't think, because we had a very brilliant performance yesterday, we don't need reinforcements, because we still do need these reinforcements coming in, and at least a striker. If you couldn't see it, yeah, Havertz played absolutely well. It wasn't the finishing or what, it was the running, the second balls, going for the second balls. That when you lose the ball, you close down. That was what was impressive. Conte leading it, but everyone else chipping in. And if we just had just that cutting edge, it would have been dead and buried a long time ago. So for Ruben Loftus-Cheek, I don't worry for him. He's gonna play. That position is he can either play centre mid, right wing back now. So we got versatility there. So I'm not worried at all. It's a World Cup.
I understand.
You will play games. Champions League is coming. This thing is Champions League, Carling Cup. They're coming, especially with this relentless September, bro. You gonna get games. In fact, you will get games. Now I'm just worried about Kante jogging off. Yesterday.
Here's your ID. Here's your ID, IBC. You want me to say your ID?
Yeah, say my ID.
The way is it? That's a Scottish accent, right? Or let me say British accent. The way you switch to it from me to Niger, just to identify with some people, I enjoy it. But that's your ID. If that doesn't happen, then I will know that is an IBC speak.
When you're black British born in London, that's what happens. You just have all of those in those situations. That's all it is, man. That's all it is. I'm not the only one.
Yeah, thank you. But I enjoy it, bro. I like to see it happen. That you identify with your people. It's important. I do that myself. Again, by the way, we have 149 people watching and we have 44 likes. If you haven't, please keep liking the video, guys, to help us reach more people. If we can break the 400 record today, that would be awesome. If not, let's get it to at least 300 plus. Keep liking the video. It's going to be a brilliant show today. Anybody else on the panel want to comment on how we solve the problem? Because if Fofana comes in, he most definitely will be starting in the right center back position, and then we'll have Ruben Loftus-Cheek available for the right wing back position, hybrid per se. If you have to be specific there, maybe the question would be, maybe it will come down to the game, to the opponent. Then Tuchel will decide, okay, to play Loftus-Cheek, because what's his name, Reece James, whenever he's there, provides a more adds to defensive solidity. But Loftus-Cheek, he isn't the best defensively. He does his best whenever he can. How do we solve that problem? Should we even still be looking for a right wing back, a player, if we're getting Fofana? So anybody on the panel, go ahead.
Yes.
Okay, explain.
Because Loftus-Cheek did well in that position, but this is something that I think people continuously forget. The reason why Reece James is known so much for being so good as a right wing back is not only because of what he can bring to the attack, but also what he can bring in the defense. Playing players out of position and putting them in a defensive role like that in a wide position is never easy. And
here's where I disagree with you. He's not being played there as a defender. But go ahead.
Sorry, what did you say?
He's not being played there as a defender.
No, that is not what I was saying. I
Okay,
was
go
saying
ahead.
that a part of the role is also, because remember, in order to defend, we defend in a 5-3-2 or probably a 5-4-1 in some cases, depending on how the team is set up. So that means that everybody has to come back and help to defend, whether it's Havertz clearing the ball out of the box, whether it's Sterling trying to make an interception and then running and countering and things like that. Everybody needs to defend, and this is the exact same reason why when Hudson-Odoi was even doing good at right wing back in the first 6 months of Tuchel, there was always that defensive weakness that was lacking, because yes, he was able to run on the flanks, make crosses, make passes, get a couple of assists and things like that. But at the same time, because he's not a defensive-minded player, and the demand in that position is not only for you to create and to work from the flanks and from wide, you also need to be able to defend, because you're going to be pressed. You're going to be pressured. You're going to get pressed, and then when you get pressed, you have to be able to come back into a deeper position and win back the ball. And yeah, Loftus-Cheek did well, but I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, and if I'm misquoting IBZ or something, or if that's not what he said, there was an instance where Loftus-Cheek was surpassed because of I think it was a pass, and he was trying to get back, but it was too late, and Mendy had to make a save after that. Little instances like that is why it's risky to continuously play a player like that, because yes he did well in that position, and yes he was creating and he was doing things and he was winning the ball back and doing this little dribble here and doing his little footwork and getting past players. But there's going to always be that issue. We do need a right wing back as well for many reasons, because Loftus-Cheek is not the most reliable player. Yes, he's not been injured like he was before. But when you continuously have these strains and these cramps and things like that, it becomes an issue. So yes, Loftus-Cheek can probably be utilized there, so that adds versatility, like IBZ was saying. But at the same time, that it'll be risky to say that, okay, just because we have Loftus-Cheek there now, we should just omit or forget about getting a right wing back, because it's going to be necessary. You need competition, and a midfielder is not necessarily the competition that you want Reece James to be having, because Reece James has the defensive advantage over Loftus-Cheek because he is accustomed to playing as the right wing back, as a right back, right centre back. And right now, despite Loftus-Cheek being more of a defensive player right now under Tuchel, he's at 8, and 8 does not have that defensive-minded type of attribute, and that is why we struggle when he's in a double 6, because he can add to the attack, but the defense is lacking because that's not his role. So I think we still need another right wing back, but maybe it's not as important as it was before, considering the fact that you have players that can actually do it. But we shouldn't omit the idea of getting one, because we need a competition for James.
Here's something I've said before that I'm going to say again. Our wing backs under Thomas Tuchel, the application is different. I think their primary responsibility is to support the attack. Yes, we need them in terms of numbers when we defend. I think you could argue that wing backs are the reason why we play 2-6s, so that if they're forward, the 2-6s can easily drift wide to cover for them. That's how I read. That's how I've seen us, operate whenever we play 3 at the back system. And that's why I'm not really concerned. And that's why I'm still saying Loftus-Cheek isn't playing there for his defensive abilities. It is for his offensive abilities. He overloads the midfield on occasions. He also joins the attacks. Even though he didn't get a goal yesterday or get an assist, he was just brilliant. The link-up play with him and the front the front guys, and also the midfielders, the 6s also, it was so delicious, and I enjoyed watching that. Just to take a few contributions from the chat. Just Viola here says, "Oh, Kuchila, the passion was always there." Yes, it has always been there in Tuchel from the first season. Yes, I agree. Don't you remember? I do remember, and he carried us through troubled waters. Carrying us through troubled water is a different thing altogether. That's again, how do I say that? You could say he's a PR master. He knows how to deal with the public, and again, he carried himself well. in terms of passion, that's the first time I'm seeing him, correct me if I'm wrong, show derby spirit, get in the faces of manager. I think you could argue he's always diplomatic in most cases. But I think, now he's Chelsea through and through. If you ask me, I liked him. I liked him up front and for the club when we were under sanctions and all that. And the questions were coming at him, even questions they shouldn't be answering. They shouldn't be asking him. But he carried himself well. I agree, but this is different. What he did yesterday was different, and that's the Thomas Tuchel I haven't seen before. Tell me if you've seen him, on another game behaving the way he did. He got in the face of a manager, held his hand, and drew him to himself. He even was showing off his muscle later during the press conference. So 100%. That's a different level.
100%.
Ready for war. Ready for war.
It's a war. Exactly. He showed the war spirit in him, the derby spirit.
He understood the assignment.
Conte can't test, man.
Exactly. So
I think Conte was. I didn't think Conte could. What's the word? Expected this from Tuchel. I think Conte was thinking, you know what's
he's always soft. Probably thinking, he was always diplomatic.
Conte is the one that's shouting up and down. Yeah, go on.
You know what's funny? That Conte is going on screaming on Instagram. He's going crying on Instagram.
He's lucky I didn't trip him up.
I think what Conte did there, I think he wasn't crying. He was just at the same time he was trying to be playful, because his comment was that good thing I wasn't looking when you ran up past me or something like that. It would have worth it. Again, let's move beyond the game. Both managers probably by now must have spoken. That's just how the game is.
They would have spoken by now.
Exactly.
They would have moved
on. And if you listen to Thomas Tuchel, he said that's the game, that's the passion, that's the Premier League, and he enjoyed it, and he's sure. He said he's sure. Conte enjoyed it too. We're not here to go to war for him. We just like to see that passion, and you could argue Mourinho does this more often than any other manager, and you could argue he does it intentionally, because next time when referees are refereeing Chelsea games, even that's including Thomas Tuchel's comment regarding the referees. That's 100% Mourinho-esque in terms of, okay, I cannot coach the next game, but he will whistle the next game. That's a very brilliant way to put it. Next time, when a manager is officiating a Chelsea game, they'd be more careful, because he's not going to shut up. So those things are important. Like I'm saying, I saw Thomas Tuchel on another level of proving, look, I can't take this anymore, and I liked it. He got in the.
Was he wearing any Chelsea here? And he wasn't wearing his normal Chelsea clothes either. So
you come out with
different one. He put on his cap for the second half, but he was just. He looked like a bodybuilder.
Nah, he just looked like he looked like he's on a Monaco Grand Prix. He's a special guest at the Monaco Grand Prix or something. He just dressed with swag. See his trousers, see his polo. I was like, is that my gaffer? No tracksuits, just shirts. Let's go.
Honestly, I love the man. I love the man. I hope he stays at Chelsea as long as possible. Let me try and catch up with a few stuff in the chat, and if anybody else want to come in with anything regarding that, you're allowed to. Loftus-Cheek did an excellent job at right wing back, and also when he played in the midfield, tactically TT is miles clear ahead of Conte. That's not even up there for an argument already. The matter said Conte is very predictable, like I say that, but you cannot predict how Thomas Tuchel is going to approach a game. But the only thing that's very common with his teams, that is carpet crosses. I think he likes that. Even I think about 70 to 85% of his Dortmund team goals came from carpet crosses. I don't know the numbers for that of PSG. You can say a lot of carpet crosses too, but he has players who usually, in most cases, are able to create chances by themselves. So that cuts down the number. But we move again. Let me see what else we have to talk about here. The Kulisevsky says Tuchel is a tactical genius. Let him get his own players. Teams will cry I hope we can secure Wesley Fofana. I hope so too. I want to see the manager get all the players he wants. We need to go all out for a midfielder in this transfer window. Now, especially now, Conte and Kova are both out injured. Again, I hate to say I did a video saying this, it doesn't, so that it doesn't look like I'm praising myself. But here's the thing. I think we should have learned from last season. I think he knows that. But like I said, some people were arguing that he said nothing about us getting in midfielders. I said because he still have midfielders who are fit and ready to go. He's not going to come out and say we're looking for midfielders. That can actually affect the performance of those already there. That's how I see it. So we're looking for midfielders. You don't. He doesn't have to say that in public.
What about the attack?
We do. Haven't you heard that he wants to reconstruct the attack?
No, he said that he wouldn't say that to affect the thing. But what about the attack? Because he said this.
Here's where the attack is different. Most of the attacking players have expressed openly that they want to leave the club. You understand that? So whenever he talks about the attack, remember he says we have players who want to leave. Do you now understand why he can be open about that?
That's the point. That's the point I'm making. He's making it publicly clear, which in itself could be another thing that doesn't have a good end result.
I think we'll get an attacking players, and I still think more players will leave. But anybody else on the panel want to come into, wherever you want to come in from regarding what we need, since we're talking about that right now, given the comment I read.
Yeah, just need a striker, obviously. I don't know.
Midfielder.
Yeah. Obviously now it's in hiding now because of the injury, but we still need that midfielder, that coverage 2.0, that progressor. We need that. And that's it really. Obviously, wing back, the left back, the right wing back, obviously. That's it. Apart from that, we're good. We're really good to go. Obviously, if the reports are right, if Fofana is coming, that sorts out the defense. If a right wing back is coming, that also sorts out that position. The only thing left is a striker and a progressive midfielder. Now, you could argue we already have enough, Tuchel should work with, but I just believe one more statement midfielder puts us where we want to be. It certainly changes my predictions from.
Do you not think that Ziyech leaves? Do you think Ziyech leaves?
Oh yeah. So someone like Hakim Ziyech, I've always said that his pace is not. I believe he's not got the pace for. I don't believe he had the pace for yesterday's game. I don't believe he's got the pace for the league. So I would. I not a bad person. I just think it's not everywhere you're going to be a success in it. And I believe his success is outside the Premier League. People might feel different. I don't believe.
Or maybe not under Thomas Tuchel.
No, I don't. I just think, period, in the Premier League, I don't think he will just get overrun. I just think he will get eaten, mate. I think if he goes to Italy or Spain, he'll probably have more of time on the board to do what he wants to do, but not over here. No way. I don't see it. But that's just what I think, innit? People might say, "Oh yeah, Ziyech is good enough for us." What's IBZ saying? But yeah,
you not?
I mean,
if Hudson-Odoi goes out, if Ziyech goes out, how many wingers do you reckon we need?
Well, if the reports.
If Hudson-Odoi goes out, Ziyech goes out. Hudson-Odoi isn't going.
No, Hudson-Odoi ain't going. But
it's not going. Tuchel likes him, and he knows that player will catch fire soon. It would be a mistake to let him go now. Honestly, he likes the he likes the player. That's how. Just again.
No comprendo.
All right. Let me catch up on the chat. I will come to Rodrigo, and then I will go to Louis. Louis doesn't like to, should I say interject or just come in and speak at Rodrigo the same thing. Just give me a few minutes or a few seconds, not a few minutes. Cuckoo and Mount link up. Chile playing for the development team today should be worried. Again, they're playing. It is Chile. It is Connie Chukwuemeka. It is who again? One more player. I'm missing the name there. They're all playing. Callum Hudson-Odoi, which shows you, I think those guys wearing ready from a fitness perspective, they're playing that game to get more fitness. And then again, for Chile, you'd say for muscle memory and all that, again, because he's been out for a while. Yeah, that's a brilliant one there. Thank you very much. And Cucurella is not here as a backup to anybody, which is what we want. Competition. Which means whenever what's his name, Benchua gets a chance to get on the pitch, he'd be playing to make sure Cucurella doesn't come back in. And then that's what makes us a big club. And that's what we've not been, for the past 3-4 years. We've always had starters and backups. And when the starter gets injured, everything goes down south. And I think Thomas Tuchel is planning on that changing now. At least two starting players in every position. If we had, for instance, Cucurella in the team when Benchua got injured last season, we wouldn't, struggle like we did. Or let's say if Reece James had a strong, competition when he got injured, we wouldn't struggle. Or the same thing in the midfield area because the issues were everywhere. Kovacic got injured and we started struggling. Conte got injured and we started struggling. So we need strong competition for all of them. At least two good players per position. If one gets injured, then we'll still be firing on all cylinders. Again, because we were playing well until those injuries started happening from COVID, plus COVID and all that, and the whole thing went down south. Then. So that's a delicious comment, and I like that. It was a very beautiful game. The pressure from minute 1 to the final was extremely entertaining, and we knew that was going to happen here on Chelsea Perspective. Although we differ in terms of the outcome of the game, but we agreed we're going to see a different Chelsea on the day, and it happened. The coolest Chelsea, Kovacic, Conte out for Leeds game. So who should play there, guys? I'm going to highlight this one. Maybe we'll try to answer that question in a bit. And I will skip quite a few because, the comments is, the chat is on fire. And please, guys, keep liking the video. We have 57 likes. Let's get it to 100 as soon as possible, and then we'll move from there. What else do I have here to read? Again, the Queen of the House says, smash the like button. Yes, people keep smashing the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't, people were crying why we spent 62 million on Cucurella. Guess what? It's worth that price. What a player!
Next time. Next time.
Oh yeah, Louis, that's you. You cried too.
It wasn't me. I was just making a point, and now it is what it is, right? People are like, oh, it is what it is.
But just let me get a few more comments, and I may well scroll to the very bottom. Yesterday match was awesome. Spurs are playing all their attackers, yet we dominated them. TT is the man. He is the man. Koulibaly is clear of. But we're not going to do that comparison. They differ. Again, Koulibaly is a gentle giant. He's a big man, but he's more importantly, I think his most important asset is his intelligence. And this guy, from what I saw yesterday, again, he's going to be scoring goals that attackers will envy. Oh my. Did you see that shot, by the way? That shot he scored with, it was a slice, and it was intentional. It was a slice aimed at that angle where the ball went in, that area where the ball went in from. It was intentional. He sliced it, and that was why Hugo Lloris, he was rooted, couldn't do anything. But that's, by the way, again, coming back to the panel, Rodrigo, your thought before I go to Rivera. What else you want to add? Because we're going to go to talking about the negative. You heard what we're discussing, and we're moving from topic to topic because of I'm reading the comments. But whatever you want to chip in with, go ahead.
Yeah, and I wanted to mention about obviously we talk about the managers. I want to say about the siege mentality, which could be good at this stage of the season.
So you were the one that made me not to remember the term siege mentality. You knew exactly what it meant. Go ahead, Rodrigo.
Yeah, because at this stage, if you're building a team that you want to achieve something, and then you're the underdog, and everyone underestimate you, so you want to build that mentality, saying everyone is against us. And you can see yesterday, obviously, when we're going to touch on the negative, you can see that. And then this, you can see that the players back him. And then this could create a mentality of us against the world. So we go into every game, we focus on ourselves. I think we'll be all right this season. We'll be all right. And yeah, Ruben, and I think Ruben is a good. I think he is our backup wing back. Tactic, he offers us.
He used the language.
Yeah. Oh. No, he offers us something different tactically. He's not. He doesn't play like a wing back actually. Not at all. He's a different. He's like an extra midfielder. He does things on that side. Like I don't see James doing it.
No, and I think Thomas Tuchel likes it.
Yeah, the only thing he needs to add to his game is maybe his finishing. You remember the chance where he ran into the box? He has quick feet and he dribbled past maybe 3 Spurs players, and then he passed the ball to Sterling, and Sterling just couldn't get a good finish yesterday. If that was if we put Rhys James in those kind of position, he probably scores.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So again, go ahead. Go ahead.
And also he helps us in build-up phase. I always say when Mendy is pressed, Mendy goes long. He in the past he used to go to Alonso to win the first header. Yesterday most of the time he went to Kai or to Loftus-Cheek. So he offers us the height as well in build-up phases. So he's quite useful. I don't think I don't want to tempt fate because I've been saying I need the right wing back. I don't want to be blinded like IBZ was saying after one game, saying we don't need the right wing back. I think we still do. We still do. And now people should be clear that the type of number 9 that works in a Tuchel system. Like yesterday should be evident. Like we don't need a static number 9, someone who just stand there waiting for the ball to come to them. So
it won't work.
Yeah, it won't work. That's why I feel like Aubameyang would work in our team. I think he's mobile enough, and he'll still offer us more. But the only thing is that he can drift to the left and the center. Yeah, I think we need to get him in and get in that midfielder. So the only thing midfield we need that Frenkie de Jong. He needs to make up his mind.
And here's the thing I want to say about this comment on the screen. Felix. Again, here's the thing. Last night I showed we need he says a clinical finishing. No, we need our attackers to start finishing. We've watched we've seen this same script, this same movie before. It's a problem. We don't want when we get to the final third, then when it's time to score goals, then we're looking for a point of reference, a single individual. It's a problem. Yeah. So I think the manager, he's on the right path. We need an attacker, yes, one that's going to be able to participate in the play, in the play, drop deep, create chance for those that are up front with him. It must not always be against a single individual. So we must pay attention to the type of attacker that we're calling for the club to sign. Again, Thomas Tuchel is not going to come out and say, for instance, in the Lukaku case, he's going to come out and say, I never wanted to Lukaku. That would be very unprofessional of him and disrespectful to the club. He's going to say, yeah, sorry, it didn't work. It was my fault. When he says it was his fault that it didn't work, he's clearly saying because I play differently. He simply didn't fit into the way I play. So we must pay attention if we're saying a clinical finisher. No, we need an attacker who can finish to add to the team and then try again. By the time the other guys start scoring, no team would like to play us because the goals will be coming from all 3 players up there, even from the midfield and the defense. That's how I want it. I don't want goal scoring opportunities to be channeled through a single individual. When that person gets marked out, you're done. You can let me just try and read. Sorry?
It doesn't mean you have to buy one. Because the way that you can interpret this in 3 ways. You can interpret this sentence in 3 ways. Last night we needed a clinical attacker. I mean, like you need this. You don't see there's somebody in the attack to be clinical. You could interpret it that way. You can interpret it as being we need to go and sign somebody who's clinical to finish the chances like that we couldn't finish by our attackers.
Here's the thing.
You don't need to.
Here's how I'm going to say it. We're losing. We're going to lose players. Then it's looking like Christian Pulisic may well leave. Hakim Ziyech. We need to get in those, that are lethal in front of goal. Their replacements must be in front of goal. Do I think Thomas Tuchel will go for a traditional number 9 again? I'd say absolutely no. I don't see that happening.
He wanted Holland.
Haaland is still young. When the younger, the better. You can get them to adapt.
Yeah, well, the point I'm making is that they would have still had the same
a traditional number 9. Yeah, but what I'm
you'd have still had the same problem because he's young, but the point.
But what class traditional number 9 do you think would agree to come to Chelsea Football Club and not get to play all the time?
You said the word that would obstruct me from saying one name.
That's the thing. Yeah, we have to be objective here. We've come to learn how Thomas Tuchel likes to operate, and you've seen him praising a fluid attack.
Yeah, but the point I was trying to make is that Haaland, based on what he's been doing at Man City, you can see that they're trying to get him to adjust to it, create as well.
Thank you.
But at the same time, he's struggling because I saw this stat and this analysis that he hadn't touched the ball for 27 minutes, 25 minutes. That in itself is not good.
Yeah, it's not a straightforward approach, but I'll come to Louis in a bit. He's so gentle, he never comes in. But that's, by the way, Koulibaly is just doing justice to the number 26. Yep, and I bet John Terry will be looking. Yeah. Thank you for being the one to take that number. I think Koulibaly is such a joy to watch. Koulibaly's goal was delicious. It's not every day you see a center back striking a ball like that. And there was one that was a bicycle kick, actually, but he missed it. But still, it was a joy to see how technically gifted he is. It's Kami. Nice to see you, brother. He says, morning, coach. A tough game to take. Anthony Taylor. Yeah, we'll get to that in a bit. Says, okay, morning to you. English pundits are the worst. Rio predicted United would finish above us. Yeah, it has started. They finished, finishing above us in reverse, maybe. I don't know how else to phrase it. But again, it's my brother CFC for him. I've never met any content creator as selfless as CFC for him. Again, I think, again, I don't want to go too much into it, but again, I love this guy as a brother. If you haven't, he's approaching 10,000 and probably will get there soon. Go subscribe to his channel. Believe me, you'd love it. And you let me know when you do that. Sorry?
It makes me cry.
Yeah. I know you know him very well, but I'm not trying to make you cry. So, Louis, you can come in.
His growth makes me cry because of how excellent.
Yeah, he deserves it. Again, Louis, your thoughts on everything we've talked about so far, on the positives on it, or the Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Fofana. That is, if we get Fofana and the Reece James situation, how do we solve that problem? Because if Thomas Tuchel really prefers playing Ruben Loftus-Cheek in that position, then that begs the question: where's Fofana gonna play? Because he looks like he likes Reece James in the right centre back position. So, however you want to see, but the truth remains: signing Fofana creates a problem. But how do we solve it?
The transfer window's not done yet, right? And RLC could probably play there, and he has played there. He did great yesterday. That doesn't mean this is going to be something that's going to be consistent, right? So I think we absolutely need another right wing back for sure. I think IBZ made the best point on the panel so far with the games coming in fast and thick. We're definitely going to need people so that Tuchel could play with, so that he can actually sit down, create a game plan like he did yesterday, and then execute that game plan. But we definitely need reinforcements. As far as everything else, I think Koulibaly, man, he scores a goal. He has another chance at a goal. A couple of minutes later, he misses. He's absolutely pissed. It shows that he wants this. He's hungry. He scored 3 times for Napoli last year, 0 times that 2 seasons before that. It's not all about scoring, obviously, but he scores yesterday in one of the biggest matches in the start of the Prem. It's a match made in heaven, honestly. What a great attitude on that guy, too. When he scores the goal, everybody runs to him on our side. Everybody's happy. Mount is hugging him. Yesterday, man, it really gave me the sense that this team could go far. Maybe this draw gives us a lot more morale than what we think. and a lot more camaraderie moving forward. Yesterday, I saw the link-up play between Raheem and Kai. I was happy about that. Kai was spicy, boy. All
The
game
derby
yesterday.
spirit. That's what we want to see.
If anybody yesterday got the spirit of Thomas Tuchel on the pitch, it was Kai. Kai was fighting for everything.
The only thing missing from him was a goal. And here's one thing. Sorry to cut you off. Apologies first. I don't know why people are saying, even my brother Matt Zivo started saying Kai should be sold. Have you forgotten that it was Kai's attempt that Hugo Lloris, parried to a corner kick before that Cucurella took the corner kick and Koulibaly scored. Correct me if I'm wrong. It was Kai's attempt, and he nearly scored from it. The only thing that missed from his game yesterday was just a goal. But go ahead.
I mean, honestly, I agree with that too. We gotta understand, Kai is not he's not a striker per se. You know what I'm saying? He's being put in that position, and he played it decently well last year. I mean, not the greatest, but you can tell he can play that position. But as Chelsea fans, we're asking a little too much sometimes with getting these players to play out of position. He was spicy yesterday, and he went for everything. He left nothing on the field. He got subbed out, and he was exhausted. Why? Because he gave for the shirt yesterday, 100%. Yesterday was great pressure by Mount as well. Great coverage by RLC. Cucurella defensively was just as good going forward, defensively as he was going forward. Those $62 million short passes were very strong and direct. I mean, what else is there more to say? I mean, the last thing I would say is that there was a couple reports last week about Pulisic and Thomas Tuchel falling out. Yesterday, we're up 2-1 with 15 minutes left, and he comes in. That was very interesting for me. What does that say about the relationship between Tuchel and Pulisic? I think that there's a little bit of trust there. I think there's maybe things that we don't know behind the scenes, and only those two know, obviously. But as far as everything else goes, I mean, what a great game. Sterling and Kai linking up. Finally, you can tell they're both brand new to playing with each other. So, I mean, it's looking like it's going to be a great season ahead of us, guys. We need reinforcements, obviously. But yeah, I think this draw, to take positives from it, I think this draw does a lot of good for us as well, because I know the boys are in the locker room saying, hey, listen, we definitely won that game. There's no way we didn't if it wasn't for whatever it was, obviously. And I think we approach every game from here on out knowing that we're most likely going to be the better team in every matchup that we come to. So I think yesterday's draw was it might have been needed, right? It showed these boys that they're hungry and they're moving forward, man. That we're a force to be reckoned with. And yeah, that's all I have to say, honestly. I knew it was gonna be some BS when Mendy got a yellow for time wasting. That's when I was like, all right, here we go. But outside of that, it was a great performance. Like I said, I think IBZ made the best point so far. That the games are gonna be coming thick, fast. We're gonna have games left and right. Why wouldn't we? Why are we gonna put RLC at wingback? I mean, we can, obviously, because he played great yesterday, but that doesn't mean. I think yesterday was more of having Reece James to put Son in his pocket like he did yesterday, and then the master class was injecting Azpilicueta at 73 minutes and then scoring at 79, moving RLC to the midfield. And you got the sense yesterday that he felt a little more comfortable in midfield too. And then Reece went out to the to the wing, and what happened? Reece to Kai. That was almost a goal right there. So I mean, what a master at coaching Tuchel is. And I mean, we're gonna have a good season, boys. 100%. I have no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, I've highlighted a few comments that we're going to talk about. Again, anybody else want to talk further on this? I want to catch up with the chat so we can switch a topic. I'll be waiting. We have 163 people watching and we have 67 likes. Please keep liking the video. Let's get it to 100 likes as soon as possible, and then we'll move from there. If we can break the 400. Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to add one thing to Windsor again, Fofana. and that's going to lead to complication on the right hand side. No, I think Fofana is coming in to also compete with Thiago Silva, because I feel like we don't have any. We only have two.
Can he really fulfill that role? I don't think he'd get to start there while we'll have Koulibaly.
Fair enough. So you start Koulibaly ahead of him in that central.
Yeah.
Role. But that central role, you're very protected. So you don't even Chalobah can play in that central role. Yeah, but again, it's a distribution that comes with it, isn't it? Like the
I wouldn't risk playing Chalobah there. I'd rather keep him on the right hand side where, I wouldn't. Chalobah, I don't think is equipped to lead that back line like that.
Yeah.
Louis, I saw your private chat. Good luck, brother. I hope it goes well, and I'll talk to you later. Again, I appreciate you finding time to join. Always, good to listen to your opinion. Again, Lionel Joe says people need to stop saying that what Jorginho did was a little mistake. It led to a goal. How is that little? Anybody want to fight Jorginho? Do you have any Jorginho lawyer on the panel?
He was offside. The goal shouldn't have stood. He was offside. He was standing in front of the goalkeeper.
But in the first place,
Rodrigo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is no excuse, man. Yeah, the goal should never stand, but he still made the mistake. And this is something that you learn. It doesn't matter. It will translate to every language. When in doubt, kick it out. And he had the opportunity to kick the ball out. If you kick the ball for a throw, it will be fine. He hesitated for. It was like he was trying to become some. I don't know. He was trying to dribble his way out of trouble, and he ended up looking like a fool. Yeah, the goal should never have stood, but he wasted 5 seconds, and I kept saying, "Pass the ball!" Oh, I was shouting out by TV and saying, "Pass the ball!" Oh. And then, lo and behold, the ball goes out. King wins the ball. It goes back out to Højbjerg, and Højbjerg strikes it past Mendy, who should have done better as well. But it is what it is. It was an offside goal, but Jorginho made 2 mistakes, and it was horrendous.
Yeah.
But he'd be forgiven. Again, I'd say he'd be forgiven. He grew into the game. The mistakes shouldn't be called small mistakes. If he leads to a goal, again, you shouldn't. The goal shouldn't stand. But still, it's everything started by him. Wasting too much time on the ball. Go ahead. You wanted to say something?
Do you think they took him off because of that? I know Tuchel say because he was tired.
No, I think they were coming at him.
Yeah,
and Tuchel realized that. They were targeting him, and Tuchel realized that, and they didn't do that quite well. But at the time, you could argue he got tired too. I think that makes sense. But go ahead.
No, that's what I wanted to say. They took him off straight and put Aspie. But we're gonna need him for the next game now. We down to what? We're down to fringe players to play in the double pivot. So he has to play in the next game. So he just who else is gonna play next to him?
Yeah, again, just once. Could you say that again? Sorry.
It's me, Rodrigo.
No, I said, could you say that?
Oh.
Yeah, I know it's you.
He has to play. He has to play the next game. We down to fringe players playing in the double pivot. So we need him. We need him to forget about the mistake that he did and come fresh.
No, it will be forgotten. Again, I think he starts, but Tuchel things will change up a bit. I don't know if we're going to see Chukwuemeka, because from what we're hearing, it doesn't look like he's match fit yet. That's probably why he's one of those guys that's going to go play with the development team. Roger says, I thought RFC, Ruben Loftus-Cheek played exceptionally well. Indeed, Havertz played with passion, was fluid and dynamic. Reese was clinical and passed like who says liver LFCs who?
Trent.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Okay, these 3 stood out for me the most. Again, it was overall, that is a good performance overall by the whole team. I'm going to scroll to the very bottom because we're about to switch a topic. And again, wow, it's on fire. I saw some comment from DJ Saab that I want to look at. I'm not sure if I can see it again just to say hello to him. But DJ, in case I can't find your comment, apologies. And again, I saw you were here but couldn't. Big up to Declare to you. Big up, brother. I hope you're doing well. Where's my brother's comment? I have to find DJ's comment. If I can, I'll look for it later. Again, apologies. There you go. He says, big up Coachella, the panel, and everyone in the chat. A lot of rumors that TT may be willing to let Gallagher go on loan. Your thoughts? For me, I'll highlight this, so we'll talk about it when we talk transfers. Again, he says, your thoughts? For me, a big mistake. Thought he looked brilliant when he came on. Again, you say rumors. Let's see it as rumors yet until it happens. And from what Thomas Tuchel is saying, I think he's not willing to let the player go, but the player has to show the spirit, and he's been doing that. He's happy. He's showing he can fight for his place. And especially now that Conte is out and we haven't signed any new midfielder, Can Kovacic is out too. I think Gallagher stays. We'll see what happens. Again, I'm going to scroll to the very bottom. Apologies, I can't read everything. There's just too many comments to read now. Maybe it's time to start applying the system to randomly select whatever contribution that's in the chat that's aligned to what we're talking. And again, Bamfordinho, I hope you're doing well. Abinab, I don't know if I've said hello to you. Apologies. There's so much comment to read here. Tesla was here. The team was electrifying yesterday, but there's still this finishing problem we need to solve. Again, we squandered chances easily, but this is it was still a nice game. It was a brilliant game of football. Says no one should dub TT. This guy showed his passion yesterday for our club, the players, and all the fans. He loves Chelsea, and we needed to stick with him to build, to stick with him to build, because I really don't think we're not far off given his brilliance, and I think he stays for that. Here says, where are the Thomas Tuchel haters now? I don't think there aren't too many of them now until we lose a game, but there are still people that will still tell you he's not good enough. We need Ronaldo, man. No, sorry. Why aren't the Premier League looking at Antonio Taylor? We'll switch to that. So I'm going to scroll to the very bottom, please. I cannot get every comment. It's simply not that simple. What's Mitch saying there? Let me see. Again, I missed the comment. There's thousands of comments there. I can't get to them. So let's switch to the topic. I'm going to go to the highlighted comments here, and we'll start. I'll get to the other one later on. Let's switch to this one. Yep. Okay, here's this one. I'll start with you, IBZ. Thomas Tuchel being investigated by FA, through yesterday comment on Baldy. Your thoughts, and again, I want to know what do you think?
So see, at the end of the day, people are gonna have to regulate and make things investigated. Look, at the end of the day, what they two did, I love it. I'm sure both sets of fans loved it. I'm sure football supporters watching it loved it. It breeds rivalry. It breeds passion. It breeds the height of the game. Emotionally charged. It is what it is. But obviously, governing bodies will argue there is a standard that needs to be set. And obviously, both parties in Conte and Tuchel didn't live up to those standards with their antics, both obviously receiving red cards, yellow cards, so obviously that has to be investigated. I'll be even surprised if nothing happened after that. I was expecting something, but I believe that Tuchel doesn't care, because his opinion or his view is strong and he stands by it. And if you stand by something, you will take it to the world and back, and that's clear. He's not doubling down. He's not saying I apologize. Obviously, it's yesterday, still fresh in our minds. We're still emotional, but we won't forget. We won't double down. Oh yeah, I think I made a mistake. No. Tuchel is right. If you ask him today, do you still you were right in those comments? Yeah, he probably still is right. So I'm not. I don't feel aggrieved. I believe the truth was told. He didn't lie, and obviously his comments regarding the referee, that's just his emotion. He's an emotional guy. If Mourinho's an emotional guy, he would have probably said worse. before he will say, if I speak, I'm in trouble, so let me shut up. Bruv, you think if it's Mourinho, you think he won't say, you know? So these things happen. Fergie would have said as well, like, managers would have said it is what it is. I remember Tottenham dropped points on Pochettino's last season, the season he got sacked. They dropped points away, I think, at Norwich or Wolves. He went to the referee's face at the end of the game. He felt so hard done by. He went to his face. How is a man at full time going to another man's face and telling him about himself? But that has to be investigated. So you understand that sometimes if a referee is clearly robbing you, you're going to speak about it. And he felt he needed to speak about it. And he spoke for everyone. He spoke for me, spoke for you, spoke for all Chelsea fans that were asking the questions, you know? So, you know, it is what it is. It will be investigated because that's what they do. That's what they like to do. And, you know, he may well end up with a fine. Obviously, he's not going to be managing our next match against Leeds. But, these are the things that come with the territory. Morally, FA should investigate themselves, like Josiala just said. I mean, they're just incompetent. The only time they come out is when investigations need to be done for disciplinary. They're absolutely a waste of an institution, a waste of a corporation. They should just be backdoored, and it should just be FIFA and the Premier League. Like, the FA should just do one. But that's just my opinion. It's another argument for another day. But it is what it is. Tuchel will get investigated. Everyone will, you know, and we move. They'll investigate it. They'll see that, he probably said some things that.
What are they really investigating?
Because his comment, so it's just for official sake.
Is it the comment where he says, I can't coach the next game, but the referee gets to.
Well, he will speak about that. They'll speak about that. They'll speak about how they'll investigate how the narrative of him not being impartial enough not to say anything and leave it to the fans, so that this conspiracy is not then fueled by him himself. If it's not a conspiracy or not, whatever it is, people argue every time AT comes and refs our game, we're dropping points, so he's got an agenda against us. That wasn't helped by Thomas Tuchel saying, you know, the players knew that this, you know, it wasn't helped. So they will investigate that part as to say, are you facilitating any partial mindset that the fans will have against an official of a match? And that will cross some guidelines. I can understand that, because then you feed into the narrative that, because we fans are emotional. We're not privy to what's going on behind the scenes. Do we know that actually before every single game, before they come out or kick off, both captains, both managers and referees, they meet up in a room and they discuss for like 5 minutes before they go back to the changing rooms? We're not privy to that, but that's what they do every single game. So these type of things will be investigated and looked into. So I'm not surprised. We move. You know, he's not going to get banned from football. He's not going to get sacked from.
Here's what I want to say. Really, Thomas Tuchel, he has to speak up.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And I'm with you on that, because if he doesn't, then whatever the fans are saying, the petition to ban Anthony Taylor would be just would be labeled conspiracy.
It's not going to work. It won't
No,
work.
here's the thing, but at least they see it, they hear it. I think
other times before we've tried to ban him since the FA Cup in 2018 or 17.
Here's why I think it's going to be difficult to ban him, but we need to speak up. At least maybe FIFA will start paying attention.
Yes,
but to them, they're not going to do anything because he refs them.
He ain't getting banned. He ain't getting banned for nowhere.
No, he will not.
He's not getting
banned. He will not. Because if they ban him, they're sending a signal to FIFA that this is a bad referee, and then FIFA will take him off their list.
But even still,
and that's the corrupt thing about this whole society, man.
It's gonna have to be. It's gonna, for Anthony Taylor, for him to be removed as a referee, there has to be gross failings in multiple games over a substantial amount of time. I have to be. I'm such a realist in this situation, innit? I have to be. It's unpopular. I said it yesterday. It's an unpopular opinion, but he understood the assignment of yesterday's game. If he didn't understand the assignment, we'll have referees stop whistling every 5 to 10 minutes of the game. The game had to flow, and we understand that there was some positions where, ref, you could have stopped that and it will eradicate from this happening, i.e. the foul from Bentancur on Kai, the foul on Cucurella. But we can't control that because his decision has been made. We ain't changing his decision after that. So we have to move on and then obviously sort our situation out, in which we didn't. And that's when we now revert back to the blame on the referee.
Let me ask this question quickly. The question I want to ask, is this just, does it only happen when he officiates Chelsea games? Because if that's the case, there's a pattern really. Stop the man from officiating Chelsea games.
I'm not going to be the one.
He does it to Liverpool too?
I'm not going to be
the one. It happens to Liverpool in some cases, and Mike Dean is also another factor. I think Mike Dean was the VAR yesterday as well.
I've not seen it. That's how Arsenal fans say. When every time Michael Oliver referees Arsenal matches, he's always against Arsenal. You know, these are conspiracies that we won't like. It's like cult things where we can only base it off base pass and what have you. I understand. You know what I'm trying to say to you, but he is not. Anthony Taylor is not going to be the difference moving forward of me getting 3 points or not. You know, the players are. So yeah, I can't blame him. I can blame him for you probably could have got that decision right, in which you will, because he's going to review this. They're going to review and look back on these like, oh yeah, you know what, I probably messed up there. But I believe the occasion got to him as well. He understood that this is a London rivalry. This is going to be fiery. It's going to be so he had to minimize the stops in play as much as he could. There was a foul on Christian Romero.
And then at the detriment of one team.
No, but we won't know that. But we don't know that because yes, it was at the detriment of us. Yeah, but at the same time, if Jorginho had not played in the box and kicked out the ball, and it would have been, and the play had been resumed, not from the goal from Højbjerg, but we've gone into their half, we won't really be saying, oh, referee, open your eyes. It had gone. If anything, I'm not blaming Anthony Taylor. I'm blaming the lino because it was right in the direction of the lino. Kai didn't run to the referee. He went straight to the lino and he went straight to the lino in his face. Lino, are you blind, mate? You're having a stinker. You should have raised your flag. So Anthony Taylor comes down and gives that free. Anthony Taylor can't be at 5 paces at that time. That's why we've got officials around the you know what I mean? We've got line officials and linesmen and what have you. The linesman, it was in clear view of the Lionel what happened. Yeah, Lionel should have raised his flag. He didn't. Referee's going to continue. He don't see everything wrong. Referee probably can't see it. It's probably not in his view. All right, it's now there free. It's now gone into our box. What are we doing with it? I'm not blaming Anthony Taylor for Jorginho's mistake, unfortunately. I'm not blaming him. I'm blaming.
No, I get your point, but we need to talk about the man.
No, 100%. No. I'm with you. I regard, but it's not going to change the result. It's not going to change all. In this situation with Cucurella, the first corner that should have been highlighted. That should VAR. I don't know what happened with Mike Dean and Stanley Park. You should have looked at that result and said, you know what, that's a free kick. Give us that possession. Dying members would have kept the ball. That would have been game over 2-1. But he didn't. So the ball's gone in. Again, I can't stop the ball. The second header, when the second corner was coming in, there was no foul or nothing. It was just, all right, get ready for the second corner. Then the ball went in through a Harry Kane header. So we have to understand why did that ball header go in? It went in because we weren't marking our number 9. I can only control. I can't control what the referee says or does. Obviously, he will make his decision, and I can't change his decision after that. I've never seen a red card rescinded after he's given it, or a yellow card rescinded after he's given it. I've never seen that based on a referee's decision. But what I can control, what's in my what I can control of. So this next corner's coming in. It's the dying seconds of the second half. We're winning this by a goal. I need to mark up and make sure this goal don't go in. And unfortunately, it didn't happen. You know, it is what it is. We move. But I do understand what people are saying. I hear what the man are saying. Like, oh, yo, it can't be done. But let's be real. This guy's going to probably officiate our match in Christmas after the World Cup. You're going to see him again. That's it. And what we're going to do? We're going to say no? Yeah.
The reason why the second one in itself is also an issue is because Cucurella's hair was pulled. And that in itself is not only illegal in football, it's illegal in MMA. That's given advantage and that should have been a foul.
Correct.
So that would have obstructed the second corner from being taken. And even the free kick in itself on Kane was not a free kick. It was just a body, what people call from Reece James. But he went down.
Correct. But listen, but what happened? What should have happened, what we wanted to happen, was that VAR look at that footage and Mike Dean say, yo, you know what, Anthony, that's a foul, you know. Free kick to Chelsea. Yeah, but that didn't happen. We can't control that. We can't run to Stockley Park and change their minds. But what the players can do is gather up to the next position. The corner's here. What is in my position? My control is that I have a goal advantage. They could score a goal. I need to mark up, put my mindset on point. Forget what the referee has done. That's gone. We move. I have to mark up this corner and make sure I'm grabbing this. Make sure that keeper has a clear route to catch it. Make sure that no Tottenham is getting on this. It is what it is.
I also feel like Cucurella was a bit naive. If that was a clever player, he would have stayed on the ground. I think he got up too soon.
Yeah. Okay, that's it.
But that shouldn't wield any measure of influence on whether it was a foul or not. It was like if I start somebody hurt somebody.
I don't understand what's going on here, guys.
It's a foul. It's a
I'm
foul.
on your side constantly, but today I don't understand what you're talking about.
What I'm saying is, I can't listen. It's a foul. It's a foul.
Yes, and we should have been given the foul if we had gotten the free kick. If we had gotten the free kick, Spurs would have never gotten the corners.
It's a simple. Let me just catch up with the chat. Yes, let me catch up with the chat. I'll come back. And again, Lionel, I know you're here for a fight, and I like that. But I want to get what Rodrigo was trying to say, that Cucurella was a bit naive. You have a fight to take him now.
You can argue that. You can't argue that. He's not.
No, that's Rodrigo. He has to. He started it, and he has to finish it. Tony says,
bro. It's dark art. What Romero did. You see that in La Liga all the time. You see that in Serie A all the time. It's normal. It's dark art. It's dark art. I'm not justifying it. But you adapt, my bro. You adapt to the game.
No, but okay.
But you don't need to. So if he broke his neck,
and no one is playing to, I guess.
So IBC, let me ask you this. So if he broke Cucurella's neck and he's able to stand up, he's still naive. He's still it shouldn't be a foul because he stood up and was calling on the referee. Look, if he's still able to say, look, he broke my neck, and it shouldn't count because he's able to stand up.
What is the analogy in laughing?
Yeah, just that's what it sounds like. Because Cucurella stood up and was saying, look, he pulled my hair, and Rodrigo thinks he should have stayed on the ground. It doesn't matter whether he stayed on the ground or not. The most important thing is that he pulled his hair and pulled him to the ground. So because he's able to stand up, it shouldn't be a foul.
So what we're saying is, what we're arguing is that Anthony Taylor is the guy that lost us this game. Yeah, that's what we're solely pulling.
No. No one. Look, if there's a defensive mistakes, it makes sense, right? Like you said earlier, we should have gotten rid of the ball when the second corner came in, but there wouldn't have been a second corner if they had made the right decision.
But
which is not only. Hold on, it's not only Anthony Taylor, right? If Anthony Taylor missed it, that's fine. But there's a reason why the Premier League has brought in VAR. VAR had a look at that. They had a look at blatant. The ball was in play. Number one, the ball was already in play. His hair was pulled down, right?
Yeah.
VAR and Anthony Taylor was right there.
And said, no, regardless if Anthony Taylor missed it, the VAR looked at it and said there was nothing wrong with that. This is the problem, which doesn't make it...
No. It's not. Listen.
It's a problem, IBZ. Let's hear what Lionel is saying. Let's hear what Lionel is saying here.
My brother, Lionel, finish.
No, that was my point. My point is basically, right?
Yes.
If the referee, especially the VAR, because again, if Anthony misses it, it's fine. We understand there's a lot going on in the box. He can miss it, right? But if the VAR, which they did, they had a look at it and they refused to give the free kick, that's where the problem is. Then
why didn't we protest at that point when it was not given? Why didn't we say we're walking off? Why did we do the most?
Yeah, no, but
get on with it.
Why would you walk off? Because you was, and at that point actually you were still leading.
But we've been done hard done by. My point is we get on with it. It's not given. You get into your mindset comes into play, yo. That's all it is. Yes, I know. You guys aren't wrong. Anthony Taylor He had a part to play in that. You could have used your IQ. You look at the TV. But my angle is, listen, yo.
Did they even check?
No, he didn't. He just listened to it.
Yeah, exactly.
He said.
So you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But at the same time, at the same token, the ball is not given. It's not given. I have to move on. It's still in my hands. It wasn't like it had gone in.
I have
a
response for
IBZ
after it's done.
It's still in my hands. So I would say, yo, we can only control what's in our possession. And that was to control that ball not going in. And we didn't do it. And I'm not saying that we failed or it was a bad point, but it is what it is. It happens. And I do blame Man City, but I'm not gonna lie to you, he was trying. I know what he was trying to do. He was trying to let that game flow, yo. He was trying not in terms of Cucurella's one is different, like, or you could argue with so many arguments.
Can I let me say this quickly, IBC. Let me say this quickly, and then I'll bring in Rodrigo. Rodrigo want to say something, and Ty has a response. What I want to say, if he was trying to let the game flow, the game stopped already. Stopped for nearly a minute plus. Why not take that time? Go check it. This is a high-profile game. This is not even in League 3, in the third division. I don't think this will happen. Letting it go, the game flow. It's in a situation where you could say, in the case of Kai and that foul on him, you could say, yeah, he was letting the game flow. But when Cucurella's hair was pulled, and the game stopped for nearly 1 minute.
Yes, and that should have been given. Mike Dean at Stockley Park should have said yes. Foul to Chelsea. You're not wrong, but it didn't happen. So what do? We get back into our mindset, and we did it, and now we're blaming. We're saying, oh, Anthony, yes, it was. I guess you're not wrong, but I can only control with what's in front of me, you know. And I think Harry Kane was a bit free or so. It was a kind of a dumb penalty. We could have stopped that goal from going in.
And that is what I want to respond to you about, IBZ.
Yeah.
Go on.
Ty, go ahead with your response. And Rodrigo wanted to say something. I'll bring him in when you're done. Rodrigo, I hope you're okay with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, okay. So the point about getting on with it, that the reason why the whole thing happened, if you realize, if you look back at it, Koulibaly was not on the left, he was on the right, because he was also complaining to Anthony Taylor about the hair pull. So what they were doing, they were just setting up themselves in whatever position they were at that minute. So that is why we had shorter players on the left, and Koulibaly and James was at the what called it would be the left or right goal post, whichever one it is, and that's why Kane was able to beat everybody else in the air, because Koulibaly was on the right rather than on the left, and then you have all the short players on it because everybody was protesting, so they were getting on with it. But because of the situation where the corner's going to be taken out, they just stood where they were and just set up to try to defend. So we had a disadvantage in that regard as well. So it's not like and the point you made about Kane, it was something that could have been avoidable. The fact that Kane was in the same position and he practically passed Richarlison, because Richarlison was very close to Kane, that in itself obstructed anybody from coming in, because Richarlison was doing something that I think is, in a sense, very smart, and he was blocking off anybody from actually making a jump. So Kane had an opportunity to jump higher than anybody else in the position that he was in, and that is why the ball went from left and into the right bottom corner. So it's a situation where the whole thing it makes no sense, because I mean, if you look at the fact that everybody's gonna be still thinking about, oh, what is going on here? He's taking the P. So this whole thing, it's in a sense, you have to understand that the fact that there's two, and even if you don't talk about the Cucurella one, on both instances somebody was offside. So even the free kick that King got, that led eventually to the two corners that followed, that should never have been a free kick. It should have been an offside, because there was players like Richarlison who ran offside in both instances. So
and he was active.
So he was active. So in that
itself, he was active, and it was at the same time blocking, Mendy's view.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, go ahead, Ty.
There's a reason why there's no English referees going to the World Cup. There's a reason why the last few World Cups have seen There's not one English referee is going.
No, I thought they said Dean. Dean was going.
No, he is not going. You can check it. It's a fact. There's not one single English referee going to the World Cup because of their incompetence. And this just shows every time we play big matches, especially when Anthony Taylor is the referee, things like this happen. Now, IBZ is absolutely right that we can only control what's in front of us. The team should.
Do you really have to always support IBZ?
No, I'm just agreeing with him on one part, which is the team.
No, just go ahead. I'm kidding, bro. Just go ahead. IBZ, let him finish. I knew I was just pulling his leg.
Sorry, brother. Sorry. Yeah, continue.
And to be fair, the ball coming off Kane's head looks like it was going wide anyway. And it touched Reece James on the thigh and went in, right? So, yes, we could have done better in the header, but the reality is we're under pressure.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Lionel. It's not you.
I can't hear. Can you
hear me? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, you stopped. Yeah.
I just heard you now, bro. Please.
Yeah, so I was just saying that it's, if we look at what
I think he's going in and out, possibly.
Yeah.
Rodrigo, you can come in. You can come in with what you wanted to say. When he comes back, he can continue.
I wanted to say about Cucurella should have stayed on the ground. I remember Lamela against United.
You're talking about Eric Lamela?
Yeah, against Man United, and when they won 6-1, there was a little incident in the box. And then they literally touched him in the face, and then he stayed on the ground. That influenced the ref, because when Cucurella stood up quickly, the ref probably thought, "this is not." I know when you look at it, they should call it back, but the player should have stayed on the ground, and that could have won us a few more seconds.
That's my point.
Down.
That's what
I think he stood up too quickly. Too quickly. We're trying to set up when, like Ty was saying, other defenders were still complaining. They were not in the mindset, so he should have stayed on.
Is he gone?
Really? I think he's having audio issues too.
Let me.
Oh no, I'm back now. I'm back. Should be back now.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
demons of somebody.
Yeah, he should have stayed. He should have done that. He should have. Our play should be a bit more clever than more streetwise smart. Like
the referees need to do a better job.
Yeah, no, the referees should do it
because when players fall to the ground and they do the
Lionel, let's let him line. Lionel, let's let him line. So you have all his information. Then you can respond. I want to fight him too. Go ahead.
The ref should do the job. Yes, I agree with that. But I'm not blaming our players. But I'm saying our players should also be a bit smart. See, if Cucurella stayed on the ground, rolling around for a little bit, it could have brought more attention. I think the fact that he stood up quickly, and then they tried to set up a corner.
If you roll on the floor like they just shot in, are you telling me they won't stop the? Are you? I dare actually tell him to carry on, tell him to get up, or any Tottenham player to drag Cucurella up and say, "Oh yeah, get up, you'll see extra 15 minutes, guy." But it's not his fault. It is what it is. His hair got pulled, innit? And he's getting like, yo, my hair just got pulled, innit? He's reactionary. Probably I would have done the same. But with it, if you want to play dark arts with dark arts, you pull my hair. I'm gonna make sure that pulled hair is as if you shot me in the back, bro, or you stabbed me 15 times. I'm gonna make it as if I've just been hit by a car. Let's all do dark arts. If you want to do dark, no one's to blame. I'm not saying he's to blame. He's not to blame for it. His hair got pulled. He's reacting to it. But if you want to do me dirty, I'll do you YO. We all stay in this ground. Pull me up, whatever. Let me see what Tottenham player is going to drag Cucurella up. And that members. Go
ahead, Rodrigo. Land. And we need just 11 more likes to get to 100, and then we'll see how many we can get from there. Go ahead, Rodrigo.
No, that's it. That's what I wanted to say. I think that our players should stop being too nice. I think that's what they should have done. Just be a bit smart like that. Stay on don't blame it.
Hey guys,
so you're saying the severity of the foul doesn't matter?
No, it does. The ref should do the jobs, but the player should have stayed on the ground.
You know what that says now, though, Rodrigo? What that says is that you can fake something and then you get a reaction, and that in itself shows how corrupt it is then. Because if it's gonna be that the fact that he stays down, even and over exaggerates it, that's gonna get him the reaction. That's gonna make them more attentive to say, okay, why is he going on like this? Maybe it was something that was really intense. So that in itself shows so. But I think Kukurea probably didn't stay down for long because he didn't want the team to have a disadvantage. But maybe they didn't want to be like Andreas Christensen.
If it's gonna take that person, making a meal of every little, every foul, then the game, again, you see dark arts will continue, will become,
No, but this is the dying seconds of the second half of the goal will go up. You're gonna waste time. You're gonna do what you need to do. What's his face? Cristiano Romero doing what he needed to do. He thought this is the only thing I can do in this situation is pull his hair. And referee didn't see it. Referee didn't call it VAR. I'm gonna stay down.
The referee did. The referee did see it yesterday. I was at the game. Why did he give it? I was at the game. I was at the game. Guys,
let him land. I'll come to you, Chelsea fan.
What my point is? My point is, Kukurea got fouled. That should have been given instantly by Anthony Taylor. He didn't give it. Kukurea, I would have stood. You should have stood there. Just keep on the floor. If you didn't,
the referee actually looked at Kukurea getting on the floor, pulled on the air, and he didn't blow the whistle. This is what all the Chelsea fans were yesterday when we were singing at the referee, how bad he was at the game. There was three mistakes. One of the Tottenham players should have even got sent off yesterday. That's how bad it was. The referee saw Kukurea getting his hair pulled on the floor. And then he just didn't blow the whistle. And I don't know why the VAR didn't come to the line to look at the decision that it should have been a goal. That two of the goals, clearly, was a mistake from the referee and the VAR. That the first one with Kai Havertz getting fouled, then Tottenham passes the ball and then they made it took like the goal, and the second one when you could clearly see the Tottenham defender grabbed his hair and swinged it right back and put him on the floor. The referee saw him do it. Literally saw him do it. Didn't blow the whistle. Nothing. And then gave him the second goal.
That's why I'm asking the question: does he have to pull it out and hold it before it's a foul? That's why I'm not buying the argument that he should have stayed on the ground, which again, you're setting a desert.
He should have stayed on the ground. That's cool. He should have stayed on the ground. He could have done. He probably could have done something to make sure that it's longer than it is. Make more injury to make it out of nothing. It'd be like that. He made a tackle. He made a tackle on Cristiano Romero. Earlier.
And here's the thing: the Jorginho, the captain of the day, did he? The referee, because in most cases the captain need to pressure the referee to go check it. He has every right to ask him.
Jorginho was already stopped at that point.
It didn't look like Jorginho did.
Jorginho was
asking the pitch already?
No, he came off for Aspi. Aspi came on for Jorginho. Jorginho was no longer the thing.
And Aspilicueta went to the referee. Aspilicueta went to the referee, right? Cucurella went to the referee. Told the referee
to go check it because he has every right to ask him to go check it.
Yeah, he did. But the referee, didn't do nothing. And he was going to threaten to ask Aspilicueta to give him a yellow card. He was going to pull a yellow card out to Aspilicueta for the reaction. But I think it was totally disappointment yesterday. We got cheated on. We literally got cheated on yesterday. Yeah, Chelsea were they were brilliant. They were brilliant. The way we played yesterday, Cucurella, when I was at the game, at Stamford Bridge, the passes we'd done, every single thing we did, everything we did at Chelsea, against Tottenham, it was wonderful, but we got cheated on. The referee, should have done the bookage, and disallowed the 2 goals. And the VAR, I do not why VAR never told the referee to go to the screen and look at what they did for one moment, what they did to Cucurella. Because it was clear.
Still at the bridge. He's still hurt. He's still at the bridge.
I'm still. I know. Do you know what? I was really. I tell you what. I was when I came back from last night. My missus comes to me. What's the matter, babe? I said, I'm fuming. I said, what? You're fuming? I said, because my brother-in-law's a Tottenham fan, right? And he was laughing at me, and he came to the Chelsea game with me yesterday, right? And he was laughing, and I said, "What are you laughing at?" I said, "You the day we should have beaten you. You cheated on us, man. You 2 fouls, yeah, should have been disallowed." He goes, "Yeah, but in the day we were a better team." I said, I said, "You watching a different game?
I
You
think
didn't expect
he
them."
was just trolling you again. Let me catch up with the chat. Again, I have abandoned them for a while, and that's unlike us here. Let me catch up with the chat, and then we'll switch. Ask the next question. After that, we will switch to talking about transfers. The poll, which asks again, it asks right wing back. 28% thinks Ruben Loftus-Cheek. 72% thinks Reece James. Again, just 6 more likes to get to 100. And the poll we had, again, 189 votes. If you took a second to participate in the poll, please take a second to like the video to help us reach more people. Again, I did an experiment. I didn't ask too much for the likes. It just seemed like I have to. If I was going every 3 minutes going, please like the video. Again, we'd have 100 plus likes already. Again, please, if you haven't, like the video and also do subscribe to the channel. I don't know, I have to be yelling like before that happens, and I hate to do that because I want to concentrate on on the show. Here, the biggest issue for me was the VAR. Ref Mike Dean, who did not see Cucurella's violent. No, he saw it. Maybe he thinks that's not enough for a foul. That may not be the case. Again, this is absurd. Every pundit, ESPN, BBC, and Sky have all stated that this is the case. Even the NBC sports pundits here in the US, they feel the same too. Let's see what we have here. Again, I know you're waiting. Again, just give me a few seconds. Maybe I'll bring you in a bit. And let's see what else we have. Says, I am... damn angry. Moses Thomas says that the pulling of Cucurella's hair is considered violent conduct, full stop. And it remains to be seen whether the FA will still look into it further. If they don't, then really they have to, answer questions. I think it'd be clear that there's an agenda against Chelsea Football Club, and we can list the reasons why we think so, and they cannot argue otherwise. Here we have Moses says, again, a violent conduct is a straight red card in football, and it doesn't have to, even if it didn't happen during the game, it can still happen if they review it. If they don't, they have to answer questions. Again, let's get it to 100 likes, guys. Yes, keep liking, and we'll shoot from there and see if we can get it to 200 likes. Let me see. Yovan Taylor says, with this on many, we've seen this on many occasions. When I'm watching a Chelsea game, I tell myself it's only a matter of time. Anthony Taylor is gonna mess it up. This is so absurd. Again, this is not a one-time thing. There are instances where Harry Maguire nearly, stopped Mr. Batshuayi from having kids in the future.
And then he scored the goal.
Sorry?
Then he scored a goal after that. That's the worst part.
Yeah, they scored a goal after that. There's an instance where Sam Harry Maguire, who was strangling, and if he held him for Aspilicueta for 5 more seconds, there's a chance he dies. And all those things, again, it just seems as if there's a pattern. That's a pattern. So how do you defend that? And yet you're letting the same man officiate Chelsea games, and it looks like he does better in most other games. Maybe the occasion is too big for him to handle. It has repeated so many times. What else do you want to see? It's not good for the game. It's not good for you as a football governing body in England. You have to do something about it. You can't keep, are you trying to see if it's overcome, whatever happens to him whenever he officiated Chelsea game? Just stop it from happening.
Coach, you're not wrong, yeah. In fact, everyone that feels that, even Chelsea fan, you guys are right in it. Obviously, VAR should have told AT to look at Marc Cucurella hair pulling, and because it looked like that's like a red cardable offense, in it. You're not wrong. That should have been done, in it. But you see, it wasn't done. Now, in the case of him officiating us in the future, yeah, I don't think that's gonna change, brother. I don't think. What it will do, though,
100%.
he has an X on his back now, or he come on, he's human as well. he's going to look at this and go, God damn, people are questioning my ability to do a job that I've been doing for so many years. The next time he gets to Chelsea, or the next time he's going to know that, right, I have to make sure that every decision I have to make sure that is looked at. You know, maybe not take on too much of the, because I think he got soaked into the atmosphere himself. It's hard not to, but that day, everybody, I think even the Sky Sports cameramen, they were involved in the atmosphere. It was too much. It was oozing, electrifying.
Then it's simple. He can't handle the occasion. Let him not do it again.
I think that'll be a hard thing to do. I think he's going to do it. If not on the pitch, he will be either fourth official or he will be at Stockley Park watching our match on VAR. Which one do you want? The guy is going to still be officiating Chelsea again this season. You know what I'm trying to say to you? This is his first one. We have 36 games. I'll be 36 games.
At least he pulled his hair out. At least he pulled his hair out.
He's going to... You see what? You know that pulling hair? You see that pulling hair thing? Maybe not the Benton Cole one, because people will argue he got the ball or not. So forget that one. But the hair one, he's going to look back at that one and be like, yo, you know what? Yeah, I think I did mess up there, you know. I think I did mess up there. Everyone...
We should have looked at the Aspilicueta Man United game and looked at that incident and said, you know what? Maybe next time I need to do better.
There's no hope. It's not going to change.
No, it won't change because even the petition doesn't. We've done the petition since
it won't change. Hell no, it won't change.
It won't change.
It gets worse.
It's a VAR. It's VAR.
If that was Mo Salah's hair being pulled, or Trent Alexander-Arnold, or Bernardo Silva, or anyone else, that would have been a free kick. This is the issue that we have with this guy. It's constant, and it's during big games. I understand what you're saying when you say we should have taken care of that corner. But we're under pressure. It's the last minute. If we get that free kick, we basically won the game because we're just getting rid of the ball, right? And that didn't happen. And when you put players under pressure like that, and again, the goal that was scored flicked off Kane's head. It looked like it was going out, and it touched Reece James on the thigh and went.
No, Koulibaly. It touched Koulibaly.
It was Reece James. It wasn't Koulibaly. It was Reece James at the far.
Reece James had the final touch, I think.
Yeah, Reece James had the final touch.
I know it hit Koulibaly.
Well, let's talk one by one, please. Go ahead, Lionel.
So what I'm trying to say is, yes, we should have taken care, but that's an unfortunate goal. That's an unlucky goal, because if Reece James' thigh doesn't touch that ball, the ball goes wide. It misses. Or minimum, it hits the post, and there's a chance for it to be cleared. So, in situations like that, instead of rolling the dice and hoping to be lucky, we need referees to do their job. What is again, if Anthony Taylor himself missed it, which is okay, it's fine. The VAR should have been looked at it and still said that there was nothing wrong with it. And that's how Chelsea got robbed in broad daylight yesterday.
Yeah, so there are layers to consider. I get your point. Go ahead, bro, if you're not done yet. Sorry, my apologies.
No, I was just saying, because earlier you were talking about the FA investigating Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel has every right to say what he has said. Whether they fine him or not, that's irrelevant, right? He has every right to say what he said, because it's ridiculous. If this was any other team, that would have been given as a free kick. But it just seems like I hate talking about referees, because sometimes things go for us in other matches. Sometimes they go against us. That's football. But there's blatant things like what happened to Cucurella yesterday that needs to be sorted out, and it's not. And again, this is why not one single English ref is going to the World Cup.
And here's why that's an issue. There are layers of factors. There are layers, you can say measures in place to ensure this sort of thing doesn't happen. The referee is there. The second officials who are on the VAR, they're there. And also, there's another one that he could go by the side of the pitch, see it by himself. That's three things, three layers of measures that he could have, in place to make sure such doesn't happen. And can you tell me how those at the VAR looked at it and said, no worry, just go on, because they spoke with them.
Yeah, coach. Well, it was
Because usually in most cases, even when referees don't do something, they call the referee's attention and say, I think you need to look at this.
Yeah. Well, yesterday, coach, where you see the assistant referee on off the pitch where the line is, Thomas Tuchel ran to that referee to tell the referee, Taylor, to look at to get the VAR. The VAR should have checked that straight away. That should have been a red card for what he did to Koulibaly. But the thing is, the where you can see him when I was on at the game yesterday, you can see the assistant ref on the side of the pitch. He had this walkie-talkie speaking to Anthony Taylor on the pitch, and then I don't know what they was discussing, but he just didn't want to pay no notice. He didn't care that was a foul. The referee looked at him. He saw Koulibaly getting his hair pulled. He stood there, looked at it, and didn't do nothing, and still gave the corner to Tottenham when Tottenham made it 2-2. It's a joke. The VAR, the system, we shouldn't have it because last year they made loads of mistakes from like penalties where it should have been a penalty or things like with fouls. But that yesterday it was a joke, coach.
We need to hear the conversation between the VAR and the referees. This is the only way this thing's going to get sorted out.
Yeah,
like they do in rugby matches. Like they do in rugby matches, when there is a decision to be made, we, the public, need to be able to hear what the conversation is between the referee and the VAR. Because other than that, they can just have conversations between them that make absolutely no sense to everyone else, not give a free kick, and then come out later with a statement saying, oh, this is how we felt in the moment, blah, blah, we were wrong, but this is this and that. And it doesn't help us. It doesn't help us. For example, it is early, but if we look at the length of the season, remember, Liverpool lost the league by 1 point on 2 occasions, by 1 point. So it's important. It's not just, it's the beginning of the season, we shouldn't care, it's fine, let's just leave it. No, these points are important, especially in a season where you can see Tottenham are strong, Arsenal are strong, Liverpool, Man City, all of these teams coming up, Newcastle, like that could be the difference between us being in 4th place and 5th place and not playing Champions League. So these things are important. And if it carries on with every time Anthony Taylor, because to be honest, if you ask a bunch of Chelsea fans about the names of other referees,
he's a Man United fan, Anthony Taylor.
They probably wouldn't be able to tell you. But everyone knows Anthony Taylor because he's done this repeatedly. Because when he referees Chelsea games, this is what happens. So at the end of the day, it's ridiculous. Obviously nothing's going to be done, because if the FA does suspend him, they have to admit that they have been wrong for all this time, and that's never going to happen. The FA will never admit that. So we have to deal with what we get. That's it.
Yeah, I agree. Let me quickly catch up with the chat here. I'll come back to the Ty. Can you? Again, if you don't mind, I want to catch up with the chat before it's too long. But if you have something to say, go ahead.
No problem. Go on.
I should go ahead, bro.
Yeah, go on.
All right, thank you. The players were distracted after the hair pull. That's why we considered that second goal. You could argue that. I get that argument. Here, Roger says, so who is our best 2 or 3 hair pullers in our squad and deploy them as forwards? Then, again, it makes sense. Then maybe just again, even put your hand on the person's head that you will get a foul against us. Kukurea are going to come back next week with with a shaved head. Maybe.
I love that one.
Yeah. He says, I agree. Any player that gets their hair pulled should go down and stay down to stop the game. There's a chance, again. Yeah, I agree. I think it making sense now. Had he stayed down, it would have made a difference. But he doesn't need to stay down before the referee sees that something is wrong. Yeah, Rodrigo is correct for saying that. IBs is correct talking about the dark arts. Sometimes you force the referee to pay attention. But what happened didn't look as if, even if it stayed down, that Mike Dean would have paid attention. After looking at how the whole situation went, because he was right there. Nobody was blocking his view, except if he have in Nigeria what we call a half past 4 eye. Maybe he was just standing there, and people think he was looking at Cucurella, whereas he was looking at the corner flag. I don't think he has that. If he had that kind of issue, he wouldn't be a referee in the first place. But that's by the way. I just move on again. It's funny, the whole thing. Yes,
why
I don't want to talk about it because I'm really going to get peace right now. Ty, you were saying something, Ty?
Why are you trying to use your Nigerian heritage to kill me?
Sorry?
You're using the Nigerian heritage to kill me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's good one. Like what Coach says here, like when it comes to it, when
So,
he
Nifty says again, how isn't that player getting a ban? A disgrace at Teller should be gone. It sounds easy, but it's never gonna be. It's not. The most we will get is an apology. That's if we get one, because I've heard the referee apologize before and said that Chelsea fans started asking, okay, we should get some apologies too, but it's never gonna happen. I just don't know why. Your hair is part of your body. Our players go down on arm pulling or jersey or grabbing the ref usually calls it. Again, usually hair pulling is actually more dangerous. It's more dangerous. Sorry?
You can damage the scalp. You can cause brain injury.
Yeah. So I'm gonna come back to you, Rodrigo. You haven't spoken for a while. Your thoughts, and I'm just gonna scroll down everything we have here to catch up with the rest before we switch the topic in a bit. And Lolo, nice to see you here. Hi, Blue. Nice match yesterday. Yeah, you enjoyed it as a neutral. Here, just 1 second, since Rodrigo is waiting for me. Leave them to delusion. It's all a team top. Tottenham have. Okay. As well as a dominated game, dominated by CFC. Notice Sterling somehow disconnected. A great gamer from Koulibaly and Conte. Nice assist from Cuckoo, the corner kick. I'd say that the better assist for me is that from what's his name, Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling actually, I think it's that assist defined his game overall. Without that assist, with the arguing again, the whole team had a good game, but he's the least, in terms of numbers. But go ahead, Rodrigo. Say what you want to say.
Yeah. I want to say, actually, from what I saw yesterday and what I saw briefly in the Southampton game, the hype about Tottenham, I don't get it. I absolutely don't get it. I don't think they're that guy, Tottenham. They're not gonna. Then I heard Tottenham fan on another channel saying they'll finish at least 10 points ahead of us. Yeah, like they're not.
It sounds easy.
Yeah, they think like they'll be the one that's challenging City and Liverpool. From what I saw, they still got a long way to go.
Long way.
Definitely drop points. And in terms of the ref, yeah, we always write we did the petition before, but this is the first time where the manager came out and backed the fans. So now, what's going to happen is we'll have to see the next time Anthony Taylor, because I agree with what everyone said on the panel. The FA will not ban Anthony Taylor from officiating Chelsea game. That would never happen. So it will do another Chelsea game this season. But what's going to happen is he's going to be under so much pressure in that game that he's going to start self-doubting himself. Like some of the 50-50 decision he has to take, he must start thinking twice. Because it's good that you don't want managers to influence referees. We don't want that in the game. You want referees to be impartial. But when you have referees like this, like Lionel Sale, these people are not even going to the highest tournament in the world. Imagine England, one of the top footballing nations, don't have a referee at the World Cup. That just tells you the standard.
I didn't even know. I heard some people saying that he was going to the World Cup, and again, yeah, now I get it. Go ahead.
Yeah. So that tells you how poor the standard of officiating this league is. Even in the other games, you could see the referees are really, really bad. If you're the referee and the VR, they don't know. They should just tell the referee. Well, that's one rule I would love to see change. if there's incidents of red card, if the referee missed it and VR reviewed it, VR should tell the referee to go check it himself, make sure because the ultimate decision is from the referee. It doesn't matter what VR says. The referee,
Rodrigo, just an update.
Yeah.
Apologies, I just read an article from the 19th of May that Michael Oliver and Anthony Taylor get World Cup call-up. So beforehand they weren't going, but now recently they've had two British refs call.
They took the two worst one as well. Anthony Taylor and Anthony Taylor and
Michael Oliver.
Yes. They're so bad. I can't stand those two. Michael Oliver.
So which brings us back to the fact that the petition, and I think I saw already Issa Mano. It's not pronounced Issa Manos, right? Issa Mano. Where's that comment? I'm looking for it because I'm seeing that in my update screen. This one here saying that the petition will go nowhere like last year. Petitions, in fact, it was given another game soon. Yeah, especially now that he's going to the World Cup. They don't want FIFA they don't want it to seem like FIFA admitting like, yeah, he's a bad referee.
Different. But they're gonna see the petition. They're gonna see that there's a reason.
Yeah, but what matters is what they hear from the FA themselves.
Yeah, but what's different now is the manager coming out. When we did the petition, that was Chelsea fans doing it. But this is different. This is more the manager come out in public and say that. When we did a petition, yeah, fair enough, you can write petition. But if it's not someone official from Chelsea complaining, it's different to when the fans are doing it. I'm not saying Anthony Taylor would never take part in any more Chelsea game. That's not gonna happen. He will, but what I'm saying is the next time he does, he's gonna be under so much scrutiny. Even his next Premier League game is gonna be under so much scrutiny. I think this is not good. I think what they need to change now, referees need to come out if they don't talk to the press, but they need to have a system where they say publicly what the thought were on the game. They don't have to have cameras in front of them. They can have like a memorandum or like a report after the game. A referee can give 1 or 2 lines and say on big incident. That will help reduce certain bias that we see. That will help explain. Maybe he can explain what, but obviously we know he can't explain it. But it would be good to hear from the referee side. That's something that football needs to kind of like adapt to the 21st century now. Referees are they're not like demigod where they're above the law of the game. No, the referees are there to make sure the law of the game is applied properly. So if they're not doing it, they should come and explain the decisions. They don't have to do it in front of the camera like a press conference. No, they can have a system where maybe after the game, the referee notes are published to the media. Because they do take notes after the game. The FA requires them to take notes. That's how they come up with restrictive action. I forgot. I can't say that word. But yeah, so they need to do something about these refs. We can't go season after season complaining about referees when they're making these technologies and making all these rules to make their life easier. But it seems that it's just it's not changing. So yeah, we'll see what happens next. But as fan, yes, fine. You will get like you get financial fine. You'll probably get like £20,000. Chelsea will also get fined for not controlling the plays, and the Tuchel comment will be seen as bringing a game in disrepute. They will say they always come up with this nonsense. So yeah, I'm expecting. Obviously, it's gonna miss the Leeds United game. He might even get another touchline ban again. So it's standard. It's standard. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, let me catch up on the chat again. I will come back again. Let me see how many people do we have here. Tobago is looking for space. 6. We already have 6. Let me just make it 7.
It's all right. I need to go too. So.
All right. No problem, guys. Thank you very much, Lionel. I appreciate that. And Rodrigo, thank you very much again. I can't thank you enough.
If you're still on, I might come back. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll find out. So there's still space again. So here's the thing. We're gonna go through a comprehensive thread shared to us by Just Viola. I think it's gonna be fun to look at it regarding Anthony Taylor. Then after that, we will talk transfers. But let's take it one by one here. Let me try and catch up with the chat. Smith David, my Indian bro, says Anthony Taylor has continued to make big decisions against Chelsea over the years and big matches. Taylor has an agenda against Chelsea and should not be allowed to referee games involving the club. And again, like Isamana already says, I don't think the fan petition would change anything on that. Hopefully the club are the only ones that if they take it seriously, they, do something. They can sue. There are other ways. I don't know how. I'm not an expert in that, but there's a way. I heard, what's this American, is he a journalist? I'm not sure. Alex Goldbach saying Todd Bowley must do something, because if they don't, it will continue. Welcome to Chelsea Kukurea, where the media and refs are paid to be against us. As Kami says, I don't need an investigation into Anthony Taylor. Just don't let him officiate the Chelsea game. Again, it's that simple, but it will never be that simple in reality. No, the power is in the head. Yeah, maybe it's Samson now. Though Havas was really good yesterday, but that big missed opportunity. Again, that opportunity, exactly, he did the most important thing. Be in the right place at the right time, and his run was dynamic. It's just the touch, and again, that's good to see. I think the rest will all fall into place. He's a fine player overall. Again, that's repeated. I say it's more than 85,000 fans have signed the petition started yesterday. Yeah, we had more numbers the last time that happened, and nothing followed. Pick up Matthew Lee Benjamin. It's been a while. Please do let us know you're doing well. The petition will go nowhere. Yeah, I think I've read that. I'm going to scroll to the very bottom so we can move on to the next topic. And here's what we have here. Let's look at this. It says you might think I'm being salty, but Anthony Taylor has a horrendous anti-Chelsea bias. He has every right to put it that way, because there are instances, the things he can talk about to help back it up. Every major game we play that he officiates, he actively works. I'm not going to say it that way. Let me just say he makes high-profile mistakes. But the guy says he actively works to stop Chelsea winning points and trophies. Don't believe me? Look at the thread. And this is a smart way to do it. So let's view the thread now and view it just for a while. Maybe there'll be videos and images. Let me see what we have here. Where's the thread here? And this one is the 2017 FA Cup. Is there one here? Oh, this is the first one here, actually. Sorry, let me not jump too far. Jose Mourinho post-match, that's a campaign against Chelsea. Replays showed contact, forced Fabregas over. Taylor gave a free kick to Southampton and booked Sers for simulation. Okay, keep counting. That's one. And this one, the 2017 FA Cup, Arsenal versus Chelsea. Alexis Sanchez. Oh, this just broke my heart, man. I remember that one, and I'm sure we all do quite vividly.
I remember that game.
Yep, Alexis Sanchez plays.
And Giroud was offside. Even Giroud was offside there.
Mm-hmm. And listen, this is actually, I like the way they put it. It says, Alexis Sanchez plays basketball in the box before scoring. Taylor gives nothing and lets the goal stand. Later, Victor Moses is stripped, but Taylor sends him off for simulation. I'm not going to count. Just count yourself. 2019 Spurs versus Chelsea Premier League. Ali tackle on Kovacic. Taylor books Kovacic. Son kicks Rudiger in the ribs. Taylor sees nothing wrong with it. Gazaniga kicks Alonso. Taylor gives a free kick at the Tottenham.
No, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
Which one isn't true? This
the
one here.
Son was sent off for the Rudiger one.
Okay, he was sent off, right? You sure you're talking about the same game?
No. Son did get sent off for that game. He got a yellow card for it, Tyler.
Okay, so let's keep going.
I remember that game. No, he didn't. He got Taylor gave him a yellow card.
We'll agree to disagree because I know he was sent off.
Yeah, probably in another game, but this one, he's talking about this year, 2019, he did get sent off. He only got a yellow card for that because I remember when it was Son when he did a fly kick onto his ribs, and Taylor didn't do nothing. The referee didn't do nothing. Came along, just gave the Son a yellow card, and he should have got sent off that game. But a few Tottenham players who got sent off. He only got a yellow card, Taylor. Ty.
Which game is it, by the way? Maybe I'm wrong.
The game where you talked about Son, it was in the FA Cup.
Was it under Lampard? Was it under Lampard?
Yeah, it was Frank Lampard.
He was sent off. We won that game 2-0. It was the exact same game where Alonso he was given a free kick for Casiniga, kicking Alonso in the face, and then we got the penalty, and then Willian scored. It was 2-0.
No. I know what you're talking about, Ty. It's the one when it was I think it was the semi-final cup when Son got sent off there. This is the Premier League game.
He was sent off in the Premier League where Rudiger and Zuma were the centre backs. I remember the game exactly. He was sent off.
All right, let's move on. Okay, so no, just let's look at this picture for exhibit. Taylor's decision were overturned by VAR. That's to show you. Again, in that instance, maybe they admitted he doesn't know what he's doing. This one, I think I saw a clip of video showing this karate kick on Alonso. Yeah,
that's the one. That's when Son never got sent off, coach. That's what.
I saw that. Oh,
the VAR.
Okay, now let's talk about the serial killer here. Now, 2020 Chelsea versus Manchester United. Harry Maguire. Oh no, maybe. Let me know. That's too harsh. Again, what he did. Harry Maguire. That's too harsh for me. Apologies anyway. Harry Maguire. Yeah, it's disabled indeed. Harry Maguire disables Batshuayi's ability to reproduce. He's not penalized and goes on to score the winning goal. Did you see his leg? Did you see where his foot is?
Yes.
And there's also the VAR.
If it was a case where his foot stayed in one place, it needs up. That's the worst part.
Yeah, exactly. Ty, good analogy there. Because it wasn't like it's going up, which means it's gonna push you know what, it's gonna push it inside.
Yeah,
but I really don't. Again, that's by the way. Again, Chelsea are denied 2 goals by VAR, who recommended a Taylor go to the monitor. He doesn't. Did you see that? He doesn't. So,
I think that's Fred pushes Aspie, and Aspie pushes another Man United player, and then our goal. Zuma scored that goal. It was disallowed because of a push, quote unquote, by Aspie. Man, no, I'm sorry, I cannot.
Wait, we lost that game. No, didn't we not lose that game?
It's pissing me off. It's pissing me off.
So this one here, the 2020 FA Cup final, Chelsea versus Arsenal. Once again. The ball, gives Arsenal a trophy. His sense of Mateo Kovacic of winning the ball and being stepped on it in the process, he overlooks Martinez's goal a yard outside the box to catch a ball. Wow. Well,
I remember
you can't tell me why, and it looks like it's gotten worse because maybe the club itself and the end. Oh. Okay. Maybe the club we haven't lodged a proper complaint, because if the complaint comes from the club, the FA would do something about it. Really, 2021 Manchester United versus Chelsea Premier League. Harry Maguire, nothing given again. Just look at that, and look at the muscle. Look at the incredible hawk-sized muscle on the guy's neck, and nothing was done. So I don't blame Chelsea fans. This has gone beyond being a conspiracy. It's a theory, if you want. However, people are, the narratives are trying to get people not.
Great, man. It's in our head. There's nothing there. It's just in our head.
Yeah, exactly. So there's evidence, and it's happened too many times. There's a pattern to it. Just look at that. Look at the muscle from that man. And he's so concentrated on killing this guy. I'm surprised he survived it. Did you see his face?
Yeah, Coachella.
Yeah.
Please send that to me after.
I will.
Give me an idea.
Yeah, you will make a good video out of it. Just look. No jokes. If you're in the chat, look at this picture. Aspie is probably saying his last prayers there. And look at Harry Maguire. He's so concentrated on making sure he strangles him to death. Is he playing football?
No, I think they need to check if Maguire has some type of PTSD from something. He's hurt.
Have they got? Is there a picture of one with Liverpool?
We're not counting the end. No, look at. We're just stopping here because this one is serious.
Year by year. It's year by year.
Yeah, you'll have to look at the one when we had the Liverpool when Taylor was at Liverpool game.
IBC is gone. I'm gonna.
I was being sarcastic just for
you. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's look at this one. Let's look at this one. Taylor gives Manchester City a penalty, deeming Billy Gilmore to have fouled Gabriel Jesus. I know even some Chelsea fans thought that was a penalty. I don't think it was. Gabriel just made the most of his body touching him. Slightest touch. He fell, but that's not even the most serious because this one, you could argue, could go either way.
Yeah.
Being honest.
This is the one.
This one here.
2020-2022, both games versus Liverpool in the Premier League. This is the
one. Maybe we're not taking that one that seriously because we won the game. I think we beat them 2-1 with a
Yes, we won 2-1.
Yeah, but in the end, the truth remains this one, I'm not taking this one that seriously too, because this one, it could go either way. It could have gone either way in that game, given that Billy Gilmore touched him in the first place, because the rule says the slightest of touches, when somebody's in motion, all that can happen. But
yeah, this is the one. This is the one I'm talking about. This one was ridiculous, coach.
So let's see. An unlucky bounce off the ball hits James. Taylor looks at the monitor for less than 2 seconds. Yep, and he looked at a still photo. I remember that. I remember what's his name?
Look at State of Money.
It was the former United States goalkeeper that played for Everton. He was one of the pundits. He was one of the pundits on NBC, in an American TV station. His argument was that he looked at a still photo, and that's an issue for me. And then turned around and then gave him a red card. The ball bounced off his knee and then touched his arm. And under normal circumstances, and so you could say his hand, what is in a natural position, but that argument didn't come into play. And
what makes me laugh, coach? What makes me laugh with this game, Liverpool game, yeah? When the first 3 minutes of the game at Liverpool was Sadio Mane, what he did to Aspilicueta, Taylor didn't send Sadio Mane off. 10 minutes later down the line, when Reece James gets that ball in a hand, red card. Sadio Mane should not got a yellow card that day. He should have got sent off. That was a clearly discriminating foul, what he did in that game. And Taylor, he didn't even book him, I think. I think he never booked him. What he did, he just didn't want to know. What Sadio Mane did to Aspilicueta in the last, remember that first thing, and then he kicked him off took him off that pitch. Not even a red card on Sadio Mane. That was it was a joke. He should have got sent off. Even all the Sky Sports News after the game said that Sadio Mane should have got sent off for what he did to Aspie. And then 10 minutes down the line, we end up losing the game, or was it a draw? When Reece James,
it was 2-2.
2-2. That's it, yeah. And then when
he scored after that.
Yeah, he scored that. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did to make it 1-1.
And then he went into the box and then went around Mendy and scored.
Yeah. And then the next minute, we get then Taylor sends Reece James off for that. But in the day, it wasn't his fault. It came off the player, bounced up onto his arm, and that's where they got a penalty to make it 2-2.
Yeah. Here's the thing here. Again, we'll move on from this one in a bit. Poor Cesar Aspilicueta, he's always the target here. In this one, Sadio Mane, I love Sadio Mane, but here you can say he wanted to make sure he loses an eye. Oh my God! This thread is painful. It is punishing. It is stressful. And then it gets you,
Chelsea. It's the life of Chelsea.
Oh my goodness.
2009, we were out.
Yeah, it is indeed crazy. Let me see here. Chelsea should threaten to leave the Premier League if VAR never works. I don't think that's the case. I think there are other ways we could get them, to start find a solution. Again, I don't know what else to say. That's cute picture of Maguire and Aspi looking like a happy couple. Yeah, indeed. What a way to put it. Ty, come on, it's an agenda. So many decisions, and it's not a coincidence. That's a pattern.
I was being sarcastic when I said that noise in our heads. I was being sarcastic.
Yeah. And Vogue Okoro, my Igbo sister here. Welcome to the channel, and to the mods. Every time you see a newcomer, say hello to them. Again, I think she's enjoying the show. She's laughing, but at the same time, we're in pain here. I have to let you know, my sister. Again, it's Kami, says Tim Howard. That was the name I was looking for. Thank you for helping me. So let's move on. We're not done yet. This one is 2022 Chelsea versus Spurs. Okay, that's the last one. Yeah. Now,
you forgot the Lukaku one.
Yeah, maybe because it's a thread. Maybe nobody added that one to it. Now, looking at this one, Kai Havertz foul. The Taylor does not stop play. There's actually linesman right there. Tottenham then proceeded to score despite Richarlison being in an offside position again. And was at the same time blocking the view of the goalkeeper. But that didn't matter. Okay. Romeo yank indeed. Yep, yank. It was like he was plucking a carrot from a soil. Again, yanks Marco Corella to the ground by his hair. Taylor gave no foul or no card as a result. Then they equalized, and he didn't even check it. Look, overall, this is not me saying the referee again saying is the reason why we're lost, because if we scored. We drew, so to speak. If we scored more goals, we'll still win. But here, again, I don't know. He ruined the game. He ruined what was a brilliant performance for Chelsea Football Club. Again, I'm gonna move on to that one. Okay, it ends here. Oh yeah, what a way to end it. What a way to end it.
Please,
I will. I will.
Please send me that, coach. I want to.
Okay, I will.
I want to see that to my mates. I want to see that to my mates. They're gonna start laughing.
I think maybe I will share that in the chat too. Let me bring in Tobago. Tobago, your thoughts and everything we just looked at. Again, it's heartbreaking. It's painful. It's punishing to see. There's a pattern to it. It's not like it's a one-off thing, and yet he still gets to officiate Chelsea games. Are they paying attention?
To be honest, why is McDean on a VAR? Because the last time we had his retiring. So why is on VAR against Chelsea? Mike Dean, Antonio Taylor always makes bad decisions against Chelsea. So clearly, they knew if, for example, Antonio Taylor will fail, McDean is a backup, so there's no way both of them will fail. So this was a backup plan for them in order to.
Worse.
Yes, it got worse. To be honest, from my side, I'm hearing.
No, you've shown your ID two times. No need.
Okay, to be honest, I feel like Sky Sports and all this media are talking nonsense about Chelsea, because they said Richarlison is not on offside position on that goal they scored, the first goal. How on earth is not an offside? Even before that, Kai Havertz was fouled. Even the worst part, the Cucurella one is so worse, because that guy, who's that guy? Oh man, I forgot his name. Romero.
Yeah.
Romero.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I saw it's Kami saying maybe he's trying to find out what type of shampoo he uses for his hair. Go ahead.
Here. Maybe Chris using some hair growing shampoo. So he wants to learn how to get it.
They're pulling Cucurella's hair until it goes down. Antonio Taylor watching, they're standing, doing nothing. Worst part, he go to VR and check it. How on earth do you check that while you are there watching it? Man, but again, it's fine. We shall
No,
meet
it's
again.
not fine. Even though your voice is showing you're not fine, I have to be honest.
But again, coach,
you can't hide it. I can tell you how you feel right now, but go ahead.
Yesterday, I didn't want to talk about this game because, like, I was so frustrated because the same thing is happening time and time again. It's so frustrating. Always, why us? Why us? Why Chelsea? So I feel like this is time now. Chelsea try to launch a complaint because Liverpool did this and then they won the case. So why not us?
Yeah. Let me catch up with the chat. And again, it's nice to see a lot of Igbo people. It's important. Yes, I'm an American, but I grew up in Nigeria, specifically not in Nigeria, just to identify with my people who are here to support me, most of which have recognized that I'm an Igbo man, and that makes them happy. But again, thank you very much. I speak also to a bit of Yoruba, but I'm a Nigerian. I grew up in Nigeria before I moved to the United States. So by the way, thank you for all the Nigerians there. Wherever you're from, I love you all. I have my Indian brothers. I have my Jamaican brothers. I have my brothers from the Madiba land, quite everywhere. My brothers are from everywhere. Africa, Europe, Asia, lots of them. Phantom of many topics. Sorry?
Even the pits of hell.
You can't argue. I know people, probably I don't know where they went. There's a sense some of them are down there, but that's by the way. If we have to be truthful to ourselves. Abdurrahman Abdullah, he says Anthony really hates Chelsea. There has to be a reason to his actions. I think he does. I think and I don't blame him, but he left Chelsea on a very bad note. There was a protracted court battle between him and Chelsea. Some managers, I don't think Jose Mourinho, I don't think he'd behave like this at Chelsea. I don't think he'd do that. I don't think Carlo Ancelotti would do that. But Antonio Conte just showed he hates us, unfortunately. But that's, by the way, it's part of the game. He could have at least managed to control his emotions and not celebrate towards Thomas Tuchel's bench. But the truth is, Thomas Tuchel has already done more than he was able to do at Chelsea in how many years? Within a year or so. I mean, the Lukaku offside. Yeah, I recognize it again. Jeremiah Paulus says that Chelsea was robbed in every eyes. Taylor must go out of Blues games. It sounds easy, but we don't see that happening. But we have to speak up. Shahab Rahmani says Anthony Taylor should be banned. Mike Dean is garbage as well. These referees should be investigated as well and banned or dropped into championship. I don't see that happening, like I said before, especially now that the two of them will be going to the World Cup. Doing so, which means you're telling FIFA we don't trust them. And if you don't trust them, how do you want FIFA to see them? FIFA wouldn't trust them either. Vogue Okolonwane says, you made me laugh when you said Aspi looked like he was begging for his life when Maguire held him. Thank you for welcoming me. Thank you very much. More thanks to you for supporting the channel. I appreciate you joining. Sky Sports, okay. I get it. The FA should investigate Anthony Taylor because he is corrupt. And I know some FA officials may be involved. Again, that now it's conspiracy, really. Again, Richarlison was offside. He was. Plus, he was blocking the view of Mendy. Joseph Larbi says, I want to ask if the VAR favor a particular team in the league. Yeah, good question. There was an aerial shot of Richarlison blocking Mendy's line of view, which was a shot after the game yesterday. Yeah, but apparently he didn't care. Romero just really wanted to find out. That may well be the case. Cucurella got his head ripped out and thrown to the ground. It's violent conduct and a red card. Chelsea should have gotten 3 points and Romero should have gotten a red card. That's a good
That's
argument
that's
too.
what I did yesterday. That's what I was talking about yesterday, Coach. About
Phantom. Yeah, I know you're Asian, bro, and you're my brother, you're my friend, and we've come a long way. And again, if you haven't, Phantom, I know I was able. There's an issue with the programming of the robot. Also, it says hello to Just Viola a million times, and sometimes copies whatever she's saying. It said hello to my brother Fahim. I didn't see him say go subscribe to his channel, but the go subscribe to his channel aspect works for Phantom. I think, yeah, the robot has called for people to go subscribe to your channel like 10 times now. But that's, by the way, again, Okoro says, Taylor obviously hates Chelsea. It has become a pattern, too many incidents that are questionable. So now it's no mistake. Again, he said that the occasion, he says that he doesn't have the mental strength to live up to the occasion, because London derbies, such as the game between Chelsea Football Club and Tottenham, those are no small occasions. Those are big occasion football. And maybe he can measure the size of the occasion, then he should stop officiating those matches. So I agree with you. Morning Blues, how are we feeling? Rob? Mikhail, you know the answer to that question. And again, yeah, we were up, if you ask me again. But then again, there's another argument that had we taken all our chances, we'd win the game even with bad officiating. Everyone Conte hates is gone. Okay. Again, that's, by the way, coming back to the panel, let's look at the updates we have here. And then after that, if we still have time, we'll try and see if there are some stuff to look at. Here we have Chelsea, set to bid again for Anthony Gordon, and it could reach 50 million. Okay, now I'm going to hold myself. If the manager wants him, I'm not going to question that decision to pay that much money for the player. After all, we've all been calling for the manager to be backed, and if that's exactly what the club are doing, I have no objection. With Ty, starting with you, I'm going to get your thoughts. And again, people, keep liking the video. Ty, what do you think about that one?
I don't think he's good enough for what we want to do, so I don't understand the point of us getting him. But I mean, if the manager wants him, we'll see what happens. But to me, this move makes no sense. You're going to be wasting 50 million on a player that I don't think has reached where he can get to. He has potential like other players, but that is wasting money. You go and spend that on an attacker. Go spend that on a winger. You can use that amount to not only get a winger but also a wing back. Don't waste it on a player like Gordon. And I'm shocked if Lampard is okay with this.
It's money for them. They get 50 million. Except if how many days before the window closes? I think that's probably why the price is high now. But Ty, let me go ahead.
17 days, I think. But
17 days.
Yeah. So
he's a starter for them.
Yeah, on the Lampard, yeah. But they play the false 9 system right now. They're trying to copy us with the back 3 system, false 9. And because of that, all of that is the case. But Gordon is garbage. He's not good enough, and we're going to be wasting.
I totally agree. I wouldn't say
hold on. You come in, Chelsea fan. You come in. Go ahead, Ty.
And I mean, if you're gonna buy Gordon, you might as well keep Gilmore. Because Gilmore offers more. He creates more creativity, and the only difference is that he doesn't score as much goals as Gordon has scored. And the reason is he hasn't played enough games to do so. I think Gordon has only 3 goals in how many appearances? So that is horrendous.
Isn't he more of a creator than more of a provider, than a scorer?
That is his role, but I mean the opportunities that he's gotten up to 21 goal scoring opportunities. Not opportunities where stats can tell lies. 21 goal scoring opportunities based on this season already, and also the latter stages of last season. I think against Man City, he nearly scored a goal. And I know he scored. I don't know what team he scored against. He scored a goal from outside the box and everything. Gordon for 50 million is robbery. That is robbery. That is robbery. That is nonsense.
Do you think we have the luxury now, 17 days before the transfer window shuts, and you taking one of their starting players?
What has he done? What has he done?
Can I ask you this, Ty? I get your argument on what he's done and all that. What happens to our cause for the manager to be backed?
Yeah, I'm not saying this, but I'm saying it's garbage. Yeah, I back him with the player, but all I'm saying, I'm giving my opinion. I'm not saying that they're wrong to go for him, but I think he's a garbage player. If they want to do it, Tuchel has to have a plan for him. But right now, I see a garbage player in Gordon. I really do.
Really? Wow. Chelsea fan, you can come in.
Nah, I wouldn't say it's garbage, Ty. I wouldn't say it's garbage. What it is, yeah, I feel like me and my mate was talking about this last night, Anthony Gordon, about him coming to Chelsea. He ain't 50 million. I'll pay 6 million for him if we got him. I wouldn't say it's garbage.
Just quickly, Ty, is he a winger? He can play centrally too, right?
Yeah, he can play winger, he can play central, he can play midfield, he can play striker, he can play all them positions. But I wouldn't say he's garbage type, because the thing is, last year he was his Anthony Gordon was Everton's best player last season for Everton, right? With Anthony Gordon, yes, I agree with what you say. It doesn't make sense that why he ain't. I know what you're trying to say, Tom, but he ain't garbage, mate. He ain't garbage. He was one of the best players for Everton last year. He had good assists for Everton. It's good. But yeah, in a garbage squad, Jeff Everton. But the thing is, yeah, like me and my mate was talking about it last night. I don't know what makes sense. Why are we paying so much money for this player? We don't really need him at Chelsea. He won't. He's not. I wouldn't say he's garbage. He has the potential to do what he does, but stay at Everton, mate. That's what I say. Stay at Everton, because the player ain't worth 50 million, coach. If it come to it, if like say I offered him like what 15 million, 20 million for to that be the record price for Chelsea. Well, me and my mate was like, no, I started saying it doesn't make sense why we want to get this player. Yes, he has done improvements at Everton. Like you say, Billy Gilmore could do more better than Gordon on the pitch, out in and out. If it's the case, keep like Ty said, keep Billy Gilmore. But I wouldn't say Anthony Gordon is garbage to Ty, because last year he did well for Everton. He did more assists.
What is the status of did good?
But Ty, look at the play he did for Everton last season, the assist what he did for Everton, the goals he scored for Everton. He actually done a couple of winning goals for Everton, and he can play. He has a good game, he has a bad game. We don't need a kind of player like that, like for Chelsea. If he came to Chelsea, coach, he wouldn't be good enough for us. But he's good at Everton. But I know where you're coming from, Ty.
You're saying he wouldn't be good enough for us. How about the argument that he gets better because he's going to be surrounded by even better players than he was at Everton?
Okay, coach. He had better players at Everton. It's not excuse. There was good players like Richarlison. Look at Richarlison. He was a flop for Everton. Yeah, and he's gonna what he's gonna do at Tottenham, right? And Tottenham's paying so much money on Richarlison. Before, Richarlison used to put a name to himself when he was out at Everton, but then now he's a flop, right? Gordon is going to be exactly like that. If we paid 50 million for Gordon, yeah, come on, what's he actually going to do for Chelsea when he comes to us next season? He's going to do nothing apart from the assist and the crate.
Like a headless chicken. That's
Yes.
Here's the thing. I agree with you. I agree. Let's talk one by one, please. I agree. He is a raw talent, but I think if my argument simple again, I'm not going to argue whether he's good enough or not. If the manager thinks he's good enough, that's it. Let's get it done. But let's just move on and get to the next topic. Sorry.
That's like saying when Klopp thought Mario Götze was the best thing for his attack. He was right.
Yes, Ty. Yeah, I'll agree on that one.
That's like saying Pogba. Pogba was a better option than Fabinho.
Yeah, and then Pogba was a flop.
You have to give him your opinion as well to say that these players that you want, fine. On paper, look like it could work, but these players, when you look at it from based on analyzing them, based on not stats, because I say stats doesn't tell the full story, but the stats where he says he scored 3 goals, the reason why it's not like he hasn't done good enough to score more goals. He has. But we complain about Havertz missing chances, Mason Mount missing chances.
What's the point? You want to get a player like that.
The back and forth doesn't help. It can irritate those in the audience. Let's talk one by one. That's my point. Let Ty finish. Ty, go ahead.
So yeah, I can say and I'm an adversary for backing the manager with the players that he wants. But at the same time, the players that he wants, I've always scrapped the part. I said back the manager with the players that he needs, not the players that he wants, because what managers want is not always the best thing. Because like I gave the example, Klopp wanted Mario Götze after he won Germany the World Cup. Then eventually after that, he wanted Pogba over Fabinho. Things like that. I mean, Fabinho worked out for them in the long run. Gini Wijnaldum was somebody that was brought in due to Michael Edwards. He didn't think that Wijnaldum was good because Wijnaldum was at Newcastle. So things like that is what I'm saying. And they didn't spend a glorious amount on him either. Spending 50 million on Gordon makes no sense from a financial point of view and from a statistic or a tactical point of view, because he has not offered anything to Everton to say that he's just throwing around bad players. He has done the exact same garbage that they have done. Play garbage, miss chances that even Kovacic would score, and Kovacic not good. Come on, man.
Go ahead, Ty.
That's a waste of time. And even if you're going to use him as a right wing back, I'm tired of us using midfielders as left. It's the same thing with Zinchenko. Zinchenko is a midfielder that's being utilized as a left back. He's not a left back. He's a midfielder. He does good there for Ukraine. And Gordon as a right wing back is just practically him using that. Okay, he's good. He's good in terms of running and pressing and things like that.
But we're not sure where Tuchel wants to play him.
There people are saying that he's going to use the same thing, just like he wanted Rafinha as a right wing back. And if that's the case, then that's stupidness. Because all he does is has the dribbling ability. He can press. What I say, he run around like a headless chicken. He's like a headless chicken, and all he does is press. So you cannot define him with words other than he runs a lot. He has a lot of aggression and pressure. He has a lot of pressure in his game. He puts pressure on and press. You cannot define him, and that's why when people.
Here's the thing. I get your argument, Ty. I understand, but I think some people are just judging the players.
Yeah, and by the way, Chelsea the Kingslayer, it's nothing about rating Leon Bailey. I'm supporting Leon Bailey because I have nationality connection to the guy. That's the only thing I'm saying. I appreciate it because Jamaicans don't get appreciated for the fact that they can create footballers as well. So you have this agenda against me for 3 months now over one statement I made. Like everybody else is perfect and I'm imperfect. I make mistakes too, and fine, yes. But if you're gonna use every little thing that I say as a way to scapegoat me and to gaslight me, I don't appreciate it. Because I show respect to people and I want respect as well. Because I don't come on and say, oh, you're chatting this and that. I show respect. So if you're going to use
here's Ty,
I don't like it.
Calm down first. Calm down. Everybody in the chat, they're entitled to their opinion. And again, I advise you not to pay attention, not to take everything you see there too personally. You're a panelist, so those things will happen. Again, listen to my argument about this kid. Again, it's not just Ty. Helgi also, he actually used the picture where he has X's on people he doesn't want. One of them is Anthony Taylor. One of them is Anthony Gordon with an X on him. This brings me back to us always. We've been clamoring back the manager. If Chelsea are going for Anthony Gordon and are willing to pay 50 million. The manager wants him. No need. We can argue about it from now until next month. It doesn't, till the window shuts. It doesn't change anything. But I get your argument. You have every right to see him from the lens of at which you're looking at him. From the little I've seen, I think he's got good industry. Again, he puts in a shift. He presses very well. He's physical, as young as he is. Again, he can get better. We don't have to always go for finished products. And if the club are looking and are willing to pay this amount of money for him, then there are things the scout, Thomas Tuchel, have seen in the player that we cannot see. And I'd also argue if we can get the player, he gets surrounded by even better players at Chelsea Football Club. Then, at Everton, maybe then you see the real talents there. And I know, Ty, if you come, you're going to back him. And if it works, I know you accept, you misjudged him.
I will see that.
Yes, but that's my point. Let's move on. Let's move on from this, Kate. Please, let me get what we have in the chat. Sorry.
I wanted to see what he's... could you check? Could you just quickly put up his stats and me and Ty could look at Gordon's stats for this season and last season?
There are a lot of players, actually. Like, for instance, I'll put up his stats in a bit. There are a lot of players. For instance, Cucurella, if you look at his statistics, his assist numbers aren't that high. But if you look beyond his assist numbers and look at how many balls he put into the box, but his teammates, they didn't get at the end of the crosses, then you know how good it is. But let me just quickly, let's look at his statistic. But I want us to move on from that and touch other things we need to discuss and round up the show as soon as possible because we have just a few minutes. Anthony Gordon, right? So let me see Gordon stats. So let's see. Let's look at his statistics here. Just give me a second.
Mr. Stevie's good to join Chelsea. But I don't think I'm not where Tyler's coming from. But
last season, the kid he played 35. He played 35 matches. Yep, this is the Anthony Gordon here, and he scored 4 goals and had 2 assists, and that's not bad. And how old is he?
21.
21. 21. Yeah, for his age, I think he's done well, and I think he can only get better. That's how again. Most players in our team didn't have better numbers than him. And his industry...
How many games did he play last season?
35 games. 35 matches in total. 4 goals, 2 assists.
How many of them were starts?
Yeah,
I can't see that really, but it doesn't matter. But overall, here's the thing.
No. I'm asking that because based on what stats do, stats doesn't do justice to anybody. Because they'll say that if somebody comes on for 2 minutes or 2 seconds, it's gonna say that they play that game. So it doesn't. So even if he could have done something in the game, they're gonna say that no, he played this match, but he only got 2 minutes. So that's why I'm asking how much of them were starts.
Yeah, I'll be on Tar on this one.
Starts are different because he could have done things in the game that the stats doesn't register as well.
All right, let me catch up on the chat. What has players like Ziyech done? He was meant to be world class. Again, I don't want to try to get into that argument. A report came out saying Tuchel wants him at right wing back to replace Rafinha, who we couldn't get, but there's no way to confirm that report. Okoro says, why does Chelsea want to buy the blonde Billy Gilmore when we have the brunette already? 50 million is way too high. Again, if you're arguing about the price tag, I understand that, but again, we have a show because we're all entitled to our opinions, even when we don't agree. We agree to disagree. That's when we learn. If all agree, then we don't have a show. So I totally understand where Ty is coming from. I forgot how DJ South says this, and I was going to say that. Anthony Taylor, you're okay. You're okay. We've been hit by a smooth criminal. I get that. You know music. Okay, thank you. Maybe I'm not going to disgrace myself trying to sing here because I don't have a good voice. I will pay more God than his...
You're a beautiful voice, coach. I love that.
Oh, thank you. Okay, he's currently playing around average players and has been so good. Go back and watch him closely. The point is, if he comes to Chelsea, there's a chance he does better. Gordon is 50-50, but if he does everything right, then he can be really good. And when surrounded by better players, there's a chance he does even better. Gordon had a great game against Liverpool and doesn't fear taking on players. I think these are some of the reasons Tuchel is, considering him. That may well be the case. Again, here we need a striker. Havertz cannot play as a striker. He didn't play as a striker yesterday. The system was just the application of the formation was just fluid. And then at the point you find him as a number one guy there. Maybe nationality and ethnicity is the issue. Then again, let's not get into that. I think it's again. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Now I'm blushing. But let's move on. Here we have this one here. Let's see what next update we have here. Have you begun, investigating Anthony Taylor for being a fraud and still leaving yet? Again, I think that's a good argument, right? This one says Chelsea confirmed Ben Chilwell, Trevor Chalobah, Ethan Ampadu, Carney Chukwuemeka, and Callum Hudson-Odoi are set to feature for the Dev squad this evening, and it's all about fitness. Again, here we have no further action regarding Marc Cucurella incident yesterday. VAR reviewed it and decided not a red card. What am I hearing here?
Oh,
really?
No. That's who's put that? That's a joke. Basically, after the game, coach. What I've heard after the game, Taylor went into his room and actually watched the game. Marc Cucurella's injury. And I think he did put an announcement up. So I watched Sky Sports News earlier on ref. They do this ref thing for when they play like different teams. Like what's his name? He used to be a good referee, but he retired. And he was saying what should have been red and what should have been foul. And he come up with a Tottenham game that the referee said, Taylor said he did make a mistake that Marc Cucurella. He should have seen that to be a red card. But at the time, Taylor says a lot of things just to agree. Because with Taylor, the referee with his Chelsea games, people don't understand he's a Man United fan. You see him on Instagram wearing his Man United top when Man United playing every game, And every single time when he comes to Chelsea ground, that's why we don't get our winning games, because we always get whopped at games. Taylor, the referee, is a Man United fan. He doesn't like Chelsea one bit, and he's going to do what he's going to do to stop Chelsea to win games. That's what it is.
Here's where we're at right now, a Chelsea fan. The question is if this is a fact, the truth, and it's looking like it is. Again, Sterling, Gordon, and Aubameyang is good, to be honest. So hair pulling is not in the rules as an offense. It's that, good one. No retrospective action against Romeo. Wow. So that's what that Vince is saying here.
Let me see those hands.
Sorry?
Isamanos. Let me see those hands.
Oh, okay, because you understood what that means. Again, this is really pissing me off right now. I have to be honest. Again, so what sort of sense does it make? I heard Aubameyang is available for 30 million euros, which is like 25 million pounds. So go get them. I think we've been talking. Talks are progressing according to Fabrizio Romano. We're in Liverpool, hence, the decision. Big up, guys. Blues 100%. Thank you very much, Bobby. Nice to see you. I appreciate you finding time to join us. I know you work during weekdays. This would have been a brilliant comment for you to participate in. But again, I'm going to move on to this because my face is going to turn up blue right now. Chelsea that's it. Yeah. Chelsea and Leicester City. Chelsea and Leicester City will hold direct talks this week for Wesley Fofana, which is encouraging for Chelsea. Intermediaries have laid the groundwork, and there's a back and a forth now, which means we're getting our man. At what price right now? I don't know. And Chelsea the Kingslayer says Gordon was born and grew up in Liverpool. That should be a win for some people here. Okay, thank you very much for that. I appreciate you saying that. Ty, anybody want to say anything regarding the pursuit of Fofana, where we're at with the whole thing?
I'll let Ty speak for a minute, buddy.
Okay.
I'm just sorting out one of my kids because, sorry about that, coach.
No worries, bro. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, I mean, this this transfer is getting too long. We've been going back and forth with this since before the Premier League even started. Days before it started. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. It's either you pay the money or you just walk away. There's no point you trying to get him on a cheap because it's not possible anymore. It's no longer possible. It's not possible. So you either pay the money and you leave with the player because you've agreed personal terms. Just pay the money and that's it. It's either you do that or you just walk away because there's no in between. It's either you pay it or you just don't get the player and you either stick with the players you have or you move on and you go to somebody else and then you panic buy somebody.
We're already panic buying from a financial perspective.
Panic buy. We've panic buyed on good players, but the panic buy we're going to do is we probably, like I said, we probably may just tell Giobogi to come out of retirement and come back, and tell Ramirez and not Ramirez, tell Mikel not to retire and Essien not to.
Yeah, how about you? What do you want to say, Chelsea fans, so we can round up? I think we were streaming.
Yeah, sorry about that, Coach. About the Chelsea thing. I was talking to one of my kids. Basically, it's good news for Fofana. As you see the game yesterday after the Arsenal game, he waved goodbye to the Leicester fans.
Is that what you think it was?
It was. My mate, he was at the game yesterday. He's an Arsenal supporter. And he said, you can see definitely Wesley. You can see Wesley Fofana waving to the Leicester fans goodbye, and it's 100%. He says that Chelsea are definitely giving Fofana.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. And again, with that, we've come to the end of the show. I want to say thank you to all the panelists. Thank you to Kami for helping keep the house clean. Thank you to Josh Viola, the queen of the house, for helping keep the house clean. And thank you to Jeremiah Paulus. Thank you for joining. Chelsea the Kingslayer. Thank you for helping keep the house clean. Thank you to Bobby for finding the time to join. Steve Chelsea was here. Kim So was here herself. Thank you to all the most Phantom of Many Topics. Thank you for Vogue, Okoro. Thank you to Jeff. Everyone else that found a time to join us. I cannot thank you guys enough. Again, if there will be an evening show, you'll find out later. There's still a lot going on. Again, I cannot thank you guys enough. I will see you guys later. God bless us all, and bye.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing. So cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts feeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less. Your check is I'm chess, what's happening next? Yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson. He got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they see me. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will,